It is round 5 here tonight in ALR Gold, and it is a new venue. The venue is Miami, and it is the first of 2 American races that is on the calendar for the Season 8 of ALR Gold. 19 turns and around as we race around the Hard Rock Stadium, so in a car park, but it's a lot different to the car park that they raced around in Las Vegas back in 81 and 82, so a bit bigger than I should think that, and a much more flowing circuit indeed. Welcome along everyone to qualifying 1 here in Miami. I've just got that Will Smith song stuck in my head, so I'll probably be singing that a couple of times then over the course of tonight, but I'm also going to be enjoying the sunshine as well. It is a beautiful day here just outside the Hard Rock Stadium here tonight, but before we go through anything else, let's go through the drivers and the constructors standing, shall we, and also the joint constructors as well. Denkova has just said, how do I take part in your league? Then is Star saying, Far 4 League admin will send the link in soon, so you can join then. And Nosey very much on point now with the Discord notification straight away. Very good stuff indeed to both Stars and Nosey. Lovely jubbly indeed. Anyway, let me go through the drivers and the constructor standings, shall we? And it looks like this. You notice we've got a lot of new drivers in here tonight. Well, a lot of not so regular drivers in here tonight. Goodness me. I think you got about 7 or 8 reserves in, which I know is the England game and all that, but good gosh, hats off to Farf, by the way. Unfortunately, he's been running ragged, hasn't he, with a lot of late subs he's had to bring in. So very good stuff indeed to Farf, and that's why we absolutely appreciate him in ALR giving up most of his time on the Sunday to sort that out. So very good stuff indeed. Then drivers and the constructors looks like this. Purser leads the championship, 10 points in front of Troy in second. Wooter in third position, 4 points behind Troy, with Boxtel moving himself under 4. Danger Times is 5th. 6th position, Liam with Gurman 7th. Pease in 8th. Markey in 9th position, and Chazza completes the top 10. 3 points behind Chazza is Mr. Rage in 11th. He's had a good season so far, Mr. Rage has, but I don't think he is. He's earned a lot more than 13 points in my opinion. We've got Alhan in 12th, and Gamer on 6 points. Yar on 6 points as well. Sam Green is on 2 points, and Mumford is on 1 along with Wes as well. Mr. Elite and Lost Souls is yet to get off the mark. In the constructor standings, Alpha Tari, who basically lead all 4 constructors at the moment, plus the joint constructors as well. Otherwise, if they didn't, there'd be something wrong with the maths. But Alpha Tari leads 20 points in front of the Aston Martin in second position. Haas are in third, much different this time of season ago when they was languishing at the bottom. Haas, Red Bull are 4th. 5th position is the Ferrari team. McLaren 5 points behind the Ferrari in 6th. 7th position, the Williams team. Both McLaren and Williams were 1-2, weren't they, last season in the constructors, as I'm getting whisked out of the pit lane when I'm not ready yet. 8th position is the Mercedes, so yeah, McLaren. If we want to go for free constructor championship this season, they've got to have an almighty strong performance here tonight, because they're already languishing quite a way behind. Mercedes in 8th position, Alpine in 9th position, Alfa Romeo in 10th, and they got their first points on the board last time out in Imola. The joint constructors, AlphaTauri 135 points in front of the Aston Martin are second, with Haas in third position and Red Bull in 4th. Goodness me, Deja Vu from Gold. Good stuff. 5th position is the Alpine, and 6th is the Mercedes. Ferrari and McLaren are 7th and 8th, and McLaren 4 points away from breaking the 100 mark. Williams are in 9th position, and Alfa Romeo in 10th position. As I've just lost me. No, that's okay. I got to say, tonight is going to be very interesting for me, because I've got some very tight trousers on tonight, and it is making me very uncomfortable indeed then. As I've also had a big old beautiful roast as well, which is probably why. But yeah, we're here in Miami. I don't know much about this circuit apart from the first sector is incredible, isn't it? I hope, of course, the final sector is a very long 2 DRS straights set in the first, second and third sector, and we do have the DRS along the start-finish straight as well. Coming to the Mickey Mouse part of the circuit, I've heard that there's rumours that they're going to change this for next season, but I like it. I don't like the Mickey Mouse of Spain, but I absolutely love this Mickey Mouse section, because this is very much where it's going to cause some interest in racing, I'm sure of it. Now under the high pass, is it the overpass or the high pass? I don't know. All I know is it's a highway in America, but now we're on the back straight, where I assume a lot of the overtaking is going to be coming up into turn 17 17 and before the final chicane in 18 and 19. This is quite a tight turn, and is it that barrier on the exit there? If you're if you fall asleep at the wheel, which I would recommend you don't do, but if you fall asleep at the wheel, you could be in that barrier quite hastily, which is not good, is it? We got Alhan on an outlap run, and we just got a Bradders who has unfortunately had an issue there. We're on board with Kuno. Kuno now then he is making his debut tonight in the lovely Sebastian Vettel-esque helmet. I enjoy that very much. Good stuff indeed. Then of course I think you got Kai Dow making his debut as well in gold. So hats off to those two drivers. And Mortor, who is not making his debut tonight, as he has raced a couple of times before. We've also got Kai Dow driving tonight. And here's Kuno coming down the back straight. KD also racing in his home event as well in the McLaren Mercedes, and Mr. Rage has had an issue, and I think he's in the pit lane. Potentially there's a Mercedes off just in front of us here at the very problem part of the circuit. We've also, is that Turat there? I think it's Turat who's in the Mercedes as well. He's had an issue coming into that Mickey Mouse part of the circuit as well before coming down the back straight. But Kuno has gone at third fastest in the Red Bull. Good stuff indeed then. A great way to start. And Kaida, who is a part of the 100% league, then first time that he's racing now in gold. And look at the sparks coming off of the back of that car. I absolutely love it. KD is invalidated this time. Unfortunately, Sam Green, congratulations to Sam Green, as he is one of the newer members to the grid then, as well, as he is taking over from Pillars, but Sam Green's got 2 points to his name in the Alfa Romeo. Of course, Pillars only raced one time, unfortunately, this season. But let's see what Sam Green can do. Lovely green helmet as well from and it comes across the line, going second fastest then for Green. This is the first time as Percy goes fast and the championship leader, hoping to extend this in the World Championship tonight. If he can, though, it's going to be a tough race, especially there is a lot of drivers then to and it's not usually part of this grid, but will be, so it's going to be very interesting indeed. We've got purple in the second split time now for Wuter, who had a tough old race in the Imola race last week. Just to remind you, this is our first time doing full qualifying since round 2 then. Australia had to do short quali after, I think, I can't remember, what do we have to do short quali? I don't know. No, it wasn't Saudi Arabia, it was Australia we had to do short quality. Then we had Imola. Woods has gone faster by half a second. Impressive stuff indeed there for the Alpine car. We got, so I think it was Australia we had short quality, didn't we? And then we also had the sprint event as well last time out. Then I'm not sold on the sprint event still. Personally, lovely helmet here from Liam. Yeah, I'm not sold on the sprint event. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it from a spectator point of view, but it's a very long session, isn't it? So our next sprint event is actually coming up in Austria in round 11 then. So we've got a couple more rounds before our next sprint event, which I think will actually be next year now, of course, after Christmas as well, which I'm almost happy to say that, well, I'm almost happy to say that I've almost done my Christmas shopping then, mainly because of all the strikes that potentially be going on in December. Mr. Rates got a qualifying ban. Started saying Knowlesy for the win there. Knowlesy is already a 3-time Grand Prix winner. Back in, was it season 5, and who was giving Emerson a really a run for his money into the pits. Comes Leo, yeah, so he abandons his time then. Troy, the man who's second in the World Championship at the moment, has just started his event. Good stuff. Fanjo, who's also tackling the course as well in the Williams. We've got Bradders then, who is in the Ferrari. He would love to have a full-time seat. Him and Glock, I think, are really trying to get that full-time seat. On board of him, he's gone purple in the second split time as well. DRS right on the money in the Ferrari, and he is coming down the back straight. Brothers is Evil Hunter, the first man to ever claim victory in ALR, and the man who was second in the World Wooters retired from the session, but I think he's having for his performance, and the man who, of course, was runner-up in the first ever championship as well, to Nigel, wasn't he? So hello to you, Hudson. Sean, I have missed you. I've missed you too, my good man. Of course, it's great to have you all along for the ride tonight then, and I think I've got a spot coming on my nose. Brothers has gone third fastest. We've got Boxtow on a quick lap. We have got Alhan on a quick lap as well, and here's KD going for now, but the chariot in the first sector. Alhan is in the second sector, and I think that Troy has just gone second fastest. A good time indeed then, half a second back to our onboard Turat. I'm just going to take a look to see who's closest to the finish line. We're going to watch Alhan at the moment in the Alfa Romeo. Serious Russia, Fandra, what are you doing? Get out of that, Williams. Serious Russia was saying as well. Of course, also there's a football match going on tonight as well. I think it's England against Senegal. Oh gosh, I shot myself. England against Senegal then. So, but my phone still thinks it's 0-0 between Wales and England, which happened on Tuesday night. So, yeah, obviously I'm gonna have to rely on you guys for the results as well. And very interesting indeed that. Luckily, it is on the Sunday night as well for me personally, because that means that I am now. I've got something which I think is a bit more important to do, which is watching which is commentating on ALR. Of course, coming across the line now, Alhan, and he goes 8 fastest in the second Alfa Romeo, a couple of tenths behind his teammate. Then I think the green is a better qualifier than Alhan, but Alhan potentially might be a better racer. And that is a Williams. It is wingless there, isn't it? As I think he's going around the fake harbour, which caused all kinds of chatter, didn't it, on the old Formula 1 Twitter sphere, didn't it? KD going 6 fastest. KD is this is 4th Grand Prix in of course Division 1 / Gold this season, Gold / Division 1. So good stuff indeed there for KD. Immortal going 5th fastest in the Mercedes. I think that Immortal's leading the 100% league, if I'm not very much mistaken. Pease is going for another bite of the cherry. Fanjo is going to come back into the business. He's hit something hard there, and unfortunately that's not going to help him at all. We've just got Lost Souls then. Lost Souls hasn't gotten the points yet then, has he? For England are leading. Good stuff indeed. Oh, Nosy driving. Nosy's driving there. That's serious rushing. Good stuff indeed. So far saying England are leading. Good stuff. And I'm wondering who scored that. Should I say Sir Phil Foden? Let me go with Phil Foden. I'm probably not. That's probably completely wrong then. Halfway through qualifying one then, of course, if anyone's new, welcome. What we're doing at the moment now is we're trying to determine the 5 slowest cars. Mr. Race has got a qualifying ban, so he's out of qualifying already. Boxout goes fastest by just over a tenth of a second there for Boxout, who's working his way very much into contention. And I think that it's going to be interesting to see what Boxout do. Then he is very much going to be a major player in this championship scene. Henderson has scored. Goodly golly gosh there. I think I would have been wrong for quite a majority, quite a lot of times there. But yeah, England will lead 1-0. Goodness gracious me. An English went short, Serious Russia saying. Well, I would have got that wrong as well, probably, because I would not have said that answer either. Just watching Lost Souls then, as he is not using any battery deployment there. Of course, as you can see in the graphic down at the bottom of your screen, I think that Souls is just going for that battery. Let's go Board Gamer now then. This gamer has described his opening a performance here in Gold this season has been disappointing for the Silver Multiple Grand Prix winner, Gamer Assembly. He's in the Aston Martin again, and as he goes through this first sector, I gotta admit, I don't know the corner names yet, but I'm very much clenching my butt cheeks here as he goes through the first sector before getting back on the power, and now coming down this long back straight as well. As you can see, it's not very much a straight, is it? We got to we kind of got to thread the eye of the needle going through these curves here, which probably makes it a bit more difficult than normal. And also he's had a spin there. I think that's right where Lando Norris and who is it? Lando Norris and was it Gasly that curved together? I can't remember who it was now. That's going to really annoy me. It was that Lando Norris had an issue, didn't he, where they came to blows there. I can't remember who it was. Goodness gracious me. It was only up to last year as well. Gamer now accelerating onto the back straight. This straight's are much more straighter than the other back straight then. As now, can you have 2 back straights on the same circuit? Well, you can do now then. All corner numbers short, no names, haha. To us, I'm disappointed by that, but of course, that's because it's the first time we're racing around here. Then hopefully we'll get some corner names in the not too distant future. And talking of which, there, of course, we've lost Patrick Tombe, unfortunately. Today he is unfortunately died, which is absolutely a travesty. The 2-time Grand Prix winner. I think he raced in the 70s. Forgive me. I don't really know much about Patrick Tombe, which is shocking, really, isn't it? Which is shocking to say the least. Then, but yeah, what a shame to lose another legend of Formula 1, isn't there? Patrick Tombe, of course. Anyone who wins a Grand Prix race is very much a legend in their own right, of course. It's one of the most difficult things to do, isn't it? To win a Grand Prix. Of course, we got Fanjo, who is trying to warm up those soft tyres here. KD is retired from the session, but he's very happy with the 7th position now. That's a very competitive time indeed there for KD in the McLaren Mercedes. Bradders is also retired from the session as well. Very happy with 5th on the grid. It's great to see 20 cars on this grid as well. So hats off to everyone out there. At the moment, I'm already sweating profusely. Both passes are currently in the bottom in the final row of the grid at the moment of row 10 of 19th and 20th position there. Both Williamses are unfortunately on row 9 at the moment with Fangio and Pease on board of Liam Yed, and as you can see, the car is trying to understeer there on the exit there, and that would have not been good at all. If the course had 4 corners, they could name them after American drivers. And well, I think that we've got an American driver on the grid coming up next season, haven't we? Which is Logan Sargent, which. I don't want to put this kindly. Oh, Liam Yed's back in there trying to step out, and again stepping out there. The car, goodness me, very much riding a Bronco down there, isn't it? Is it a Bronco? No, Buffalo. I don't know. What's those? Bull. That's it. A bull. Goodness gracious me. I'm full of bull as well. Liam Yed coming down the back straight. Of course, Logan Sargent is a part of the Williams team for next season. But don't want to be unkind here. But he was technically Williams' third choice, wasn't he? After Nick de Vries and Oscar Piastri, wasn't he? In essence, before that incredible hoo-ha went around about. Before that incredible hoo-ha went around in the beginning of the season, and I think we just see Kaida's in the top 10 at the moment. Good stuff indeed there for Tarat. Then I think that's how you say his name, Tarat. Then is it Tarat? Or Tibra? Is it Tibra? I'm too honest. I'm thinking I'm going with Tibra Courtois then, perhaps, and I'm not too sure. I'll throw the Andretti's name somewhere. Haha, KD is saying, yes, indeed. Not Michael Andretti, of course, who probably had not a very good time in the McLaren in 1993. To be fair, though, he was going up against one of the best drivers to ever grace the Formula 1 circuit in Ayrton Senna. Tarat goes 15th fastest. I think I'm saying his name completely wrong now, but I'm trying to be cleverer than what I actually am. Here's Pease, who is just coming under the overpass here to the twisty part of the circuit. Yes, of course, Mario Andretti. Was it a 1978 World Champion? My 70s is pretty appalling, really, of Formula 1 knowledge. But I think it was 78, wasn't it? Of course, Mario Andretti, the World Champion. Of course, but we do have American on the grid next season with Logan Sargent, which I think is pretty cool. And that's the first American on the grid since Alexander Rossi. He didn't really get a fair crack, did he, when he was driving the Manor in 2015. We got Pease going behind his teammate, a 10th a second behind his teammate as well. And then just going down into turn 1 then. Pease is that we've got Sam Green back out on the circuit as well. We've got Liam, I think he's just done his that. And Mumford's trying to see what he can do there. We got Kuno then, who's 5/10 second down, but he is just about to start us up. Let's go on board now. Lost Souls then, who's found a couple of seconds there in the first sector there. Series Musho after the women's series champion, Katie saying no doubt Katie debut in ALR. Technically it is his debut in ALR because he raced 3 times for HDE last season, but yes, this is 4th appearance on my stat book there, and Souls has hit the and he's in the wall, and goodness gracious me, and unfortunately I'm not sure, I don't know if he broke his steering arm there or whatever, but it looked a bit fishy to me, but he's out of qualifying, unfortunately. Souls is I think that was a bit of frustration. Did he hurt his teammate here, Kuno, who is just trying to steal some who's just trying to steal a slipstream now? Is it Chadwick? Yeah, Jamie Chadwick, 3-time Grand Prix, a 3-time champion in W Series. Formula 1 have initiated a tier just below Formula 3, haven't they? But for an all-women series. But I'm wondering then, as Kuno comes across the line, finding 3/10 seconds, still down in 17th position at the moment now. Knowlesy hasn't put up a good time just yet then, with the clock is now ticking down there for Knowlesy, so he's got to really pull his socks up here. Mumford is also down here. I'm just taking a look to see what the time is on the board. I can't see because there's a yellow flag in the way, unfortunately. Alhan now is 2/10 second up in the second split time. 2-0. Hey, Kane then, far for saying that. If Sargent does okay, maybe he could throw a name then. He is from Florida after all. Haha, fishy. I see what he did there, Sean. Thank you very much, KD. I'm glad someone did. I thought I was going to sing there. Jude Bellingham, boss on the show in the Grand Prix in the football as well. It's good stuff indeed there. for England. That they could be so 2-11 going into the quarterfinals. I don't even know who they get in the quarterfinals. I said that France is very well as well earlier on today. That's it for qualifying, and checker flag has fallen for Mumford. So Mumford is in 15th position and his parts in the garage. Kaidal is finished as well. Let's see what Alhan can do. He's in 14th position, but he's going to be looking quite concerned with Knowlesy yet to post a representative time. Tarat, unfortunately, out of qualifying in the Mercedes. That's unfortunate. Alhan moves away from the drop zone here. We've got Gamer, who is just finishing off his lap as well. We've got Kuno also finished off his lap, but he's 8 seconds down. Then what about Knowlesy? Knowlesy breaking then into turn 18, I think it is. I think it's 17 actually. Then coming up into the final quarter as well. Let's see what Knowlesy can do. Across the line, the former Grand Prix winner, he is through. He is through, but what about Kuno? I think Kuno's not going to be able to finish this lap. Well, not going to do a representative time here. He doesn't, unfortunately. He is out. Both Red Bulls have dropped off, knocked out qualifying one here in Miami, and that's a bit disappointing then, to say the least, then, for the Milton Keynes outfit. Father saying we've got a few debutants here tonight. Indeed, we have indeed, haven't we? Goodness gracious me. But well done to Favre, as I mentioned earlier on then, as he did a good job to fill the grid up tonight. Mr. Rage, qualifying ban, lost souls, damaged his steering on potentially, and unfortunately didn't get a competitive timing. Kuno making his debut tonight. Good stuff indeed there. Good stuff indeed there for Kuno to only be a couple of tenths away. Tarat also making his debut as well in 70th position. Mumford out of qualifying as well, down in 60th position. Another debutants tonight. Kaidal in 12th position and making his debut in gold anyway. KD making his debut in ALR, but this is 4th appearance if you add all the stats from last season as well up together. Good stuff indeed there for KD. Of course, Immortal. I think this is Brothers' debut as well tonight, if I'm not very much mistaken. As we now roll on to qualifying 2. How many laps before we see a Souls instead? Sergio saying, unfortunately, he's clipped the wall already, Souls has, and is out of qualifying 1, which is a bit disappointing then. But as we roll on into qualifying 2, let's see how this one transpires as well. Oh, my phone's updated finally. So I finally, I don't know about the Wales game, but I certainly know that they are winning against Senegal. Then, so it's getting into the heart of the World Cup as well, which is really good to see. Wooter's got a qualifying 2, but goodness gracious me, my debut in gold. Then I think that's Fanjo. I think it is actually, isn't it? Hang on, let me get my old stat book up. Oh, by the way, I must apologise to. Car Bryan, as he, I said mistakenly that he raced in ALR before, but he actually hasn't. This is Fanjo's second Grand Prix start, because he made his debut in Japan of last season, because I do count last season's gold stats, mainly because I'm a nerd. And that's how I roll in the Shire. Right, I've got to see him come through the pack, hopefully far for saying him. But yeah, Wouter getting a qualifying 2 ban there after some shenanigans that happened in Imola, which I can't remember. What that was for, which is shameful, really, isn't it, by me? This is Knowlesy's 65th Grand Prix start tonight, so happy 65th there for... Happy 65th there for Knowlesy. Good stuff indeed. This is Boxtel's 80th Grand Prix start tonight. Pease' 44th start. I think that Yar would have been his 8th start tonight, but he's not racing. Percy's 24th Grand Prix start as well. We got Gamer on his 14th start. Good stuff indeed there for Gamer. He made his debut way back in Singapore season 2. Unfortunately, his countryman Laggy Racer took him out in that race. Well, I wouldn't say take him out, but let's just say they came to blows, unfortunately. Mumford's 36th start tonight. Good stuff indeed. Alhan is quarter of a century start, 25 tonight. Sam Green making his 4th start. This is Wouter's 5th start tonight. Mr. Elite is 4 away from that magical 100, which is incredible stuff indeed. Then Troy is 3 away from his 50th start as well. Good stuff indeed. Then Liam is about 7 away as well from his 50th start. And so we've got a lot of drivers then making some... sorry, I've noticed that... Oh gosh, I was just trying to slightly unbuckle my belt a bit, as I've got a very horrible red ring around me stomach now, and perhaps I've had too much chicken then, potentially. Well, as a fan just saying, wait, I might be mistaken, my bad. Don't worry about that, my good sir, but yes, you did, I think it was Japan last season, but technically it was a part of HDE rather than ALR, but I just cut him all the same. Oh, it's a tap with Geordie for Wouter there. Unfortunately, so Wouter will be starting now. Well, at the moment, if everyone retires from this session right now, Wouter would actually start Well, he'd probably start 10th then, but he would actually be into qualifying 3 if everyone retired now then, just because of just the way that the game has organised it. And now just going under the pass as well. Just going down the back straight then here in Miami. I'd like to hear your thoughts about this circuit. What do you guys think about this? As Liam is apparently on the lap already. Well, let's go on board Liam, actually, because whilst I've been yapping away, yeah, so Liam is starting his lap as well. Of course, it's Haas, one of 2 home Grand Prix, and Haas are doing an absolutely fantastic job. This time last season, I think they only got like a point, and now they're 3rd in the championship. Liam and Mr. Rage have done an absolute outstanding job for the team. Really good stuff indeed then. Very much the modern day Kevin Magnussen and Roman Grosjean about the Haas team. Lovely stuff indeed. I had a dream that Roman Grosjean returned to Haas next season, which is a very odd thing. Not sure what happened to Nico Hulkenberg. It wasn't Hulken back at all, was it? But there you go, that's my strange dreams. Down the back straight is Liam, DRS said it will come up now, and you hear the beep then. Of course, you get a beep in your ear when you go for the DRS line, but of course, I don't think the drivers even worry about that beep, do they? Because they know exactly where the DRS zones are. And of course, they might. Some drivers may have a beep as well for the gear changes as well. Just coming into the final corner there. If you take too much curb there, I do feel that the car can really swap ends quite viciously. Liam has gone fast on the 27.8, and of course that's the fastest lap around here. Oh, big getaway. Fastest lap around here. Percy's gone 2nd fastest. This is the first out of time as well. Lovely helmet design from Motor. Like the circuit, but too many slippery curbs and corners, especially sector 1. Motor has gone 4/10 of a second quicker. Good stuff indeed there for Motor, and the times are already getting on quite quickly here. Are we expecting rain? Because I betted my bottom dollar on me accommodation last week, so basically I'm technically now a homeless hermit, but as Bottas coming through the final, a couple of turns into 19, look at that, he rides that curve there and goes fast on the 26.8 there. Goodness me, Boxall is on it like a car bonnet tonight in car 74, magnificent, and Motor going 2nd fastest, but we got Percy in 4th at the moment, Knowlesy going in 5th fastest, Bradders going at 2nd fastest. I'm sure Bradders has raced in this before. I reckon that I've messed up somewhere unless he changed his name potentially, but I can't see him on my spreadsheet. Kaidai coming back in the pit said, you've got to be careful around here because the line comes up a lot quicker than what you expect. Here comes Fangio in his 2nd Grand Prix start, and he goes at 6th fast as well. Good stuff indeed there for Fangio, but I'm ashamed of... Oh my word! And Sam Green there, he's done a Carlos Sainz there, and has spun the car, and Green there on his full-blown debut tonight, albeit he has raced 3 times already this season, and with the Alfa Romeo for Australian Albert and Imola as well. So he's very much at home in that car, but he's had an issue, and unfortunately he's going to come back into the garage and change and get a new front wing there, because the end plate has been completely shattered to smithereens. PZ, who's currently has a set of time yet, KD on an out lap. Who else is close to starting a lap? There's no one at the moment, are they? Boxall leads at 2:10 second in front of Bradders in 2nd position. Good stuff indeed at the moment. Now, love of that. Knowlesy is done a 29.0 there for Knowlesy, a 3-time Grand Prix winner. As of course, I don't think a car 23 as well. Knowlesy's got then, as he has somehow pinched Alex Albon's number. Which I must say is very impressive indeed there for Knowlesy. Absolutely lovely stuff. Yeah, I'm a bit confuffled by that one. Very good stuff indeed there for Knowlesy. But of course, he is the king of ALR, isn't he? So he can do whatever he wants. So Sam Green there getting onto the dolly wheels, being wheeled back into the garage then. And we are now going to watch GamerNet. Let's go back on board again, which is now going to start his lap then. Sector 1 is a bit of a... Serious Rush mentioned, and Sector 1 is very much a swapperoo, isn't it, around here? As you can see, that we're in the shadow of the Hard Rock Stadium now. Then before we burst into the sunshine, I, of course, as I mentioned earlier on, I was betting my bottom dollar that we was going to get some rain in Imola last week. We only had rain once, which is in qualifying, in silver, and then we had absolutely no rain. So I was expecting it to be quite a deluge, wasn't it? As we got Equal saying Aston Fire number 23, both Alexes number 23. That might be the reason why. If you're called Alex, that's why I got 23. Then good stuff indeed, definitely. But goodness gracious me, I've never seen anyone pitch a number before in my history of commentating here in ALR. I know I need to stop fiddling with this thing on my nose, and it's really annoying me now. Just watching a gamer going over those curbs. That is such a tough part of the circuit, isn't it? I really enjoy watching the drivers really fight that. I really hope they don't remove any of that part of the lap then, because it is horrible. And if you get it is horrible, and it really is. It's like the Singapore sling, and I'm still gutted they removed that all those almost a decade now, isn't it? Good gosh, time flies when you're watching F1. But I think the corners like that are so tricky now, and Gamer's almost matched his teammate there. That is a very impressive time there for a Gamer. Really good stuff indeed. Remember that Percy is the championship leader at the moment. Kaido is fighting the car, going on to the back straight. KD is already there. Troy is coming up to the back straight. It was on the second part of the back straight as well. Rain in the race tonight, supposedly, according to Cold Master said, oh, goodness me. And there's me, packed my swimming shorts for the fake marina down at, is it turn 5, is it, where the fake boats and fake marina. KD going full fast. He is on fire tonight in that McLaren Mercedes, isn't he? Really good stuff indeed there for KD. And car 13, goodness gracious me. That man doesn't care about superstition, does he? Great stuff indeed. Green now, who is just starting his lap. We've also got Kaido, who is just ending his lap as well. But we're going to stick with Troy, who is currently second in the World Championship. He threw away the Grand Prix win in Imola. Maybe I'm being a bit hot. Love the helmet, by the way, from Troy. Fantastic. He's only 10th at the moment there, Troy is, so he's going to have to find some more time. But I don't want to be unfair to Troy, eh? But he did throw away the win in summer in Imola, didn't he? Just a week ago, which... and he was absolutely furious with himself, wasn't he? As Troy very much had that race in the palm of his hand, didn't he? He probably hates the fact I'm bringing it up as well, but which is such a shame. But of course, the beauty about this is that he has got umpteen more rounds there to get a bit of pride back after that horrific race in Imola. Of course, he did finish in the points, didn't he? But yeah, that really let Danger Times in there to take a Grand Prix win there. The world champion, who's not here again. Unfortunately for Danger Times, he has now missed 3 of the first 5 races, hasn't he? Here's Green, who is, of course, as I mentioned, who is now a part of the ALR Gold. So good stuff indeed. What a team Katie and Geordie would make in that McLaren. So good stuff indeed there. Marky not here tonight either, as Marky unfortunately missing. I think that's his first race he's missed. I keep thinking he missed Saudi Arabia, but he was so quick in Saudi Arabia, but it just went a bit peak-tongue, didn't it? And I think it was in qualifying, and he got involved in some kind of shenanigans in the race. We've got Kaido, who's on an in-lap moment. Troy is invalidated his time, and he's 8-10 to a second up there. So that is a blow indeed then. But I think KD would be a good addition to any team, to be fair, with that McLaren team. Looking very strong tonight, isn't there? The two-time Constructors' Championship winners and the most successful Constructors' Champions in ALR in this current crop of teams, or current crop of constructors anyway. Of course, with Renault no longer participating, well, they're now Alpine rather than Renault, aren't they? But Renault, 3-time Constructors' Champions in 5 seasons in ALR, which is absolutely redonkulous, isn't it? Really good some indeed. Of course, remember Granty was spearheading that when he won his first championship in season 2, and then Emerson won back-to-back seasons in 4 and 5 with the Renault team, didn't they? So really, so that is really Renault's history, isn't it, in a nutshell? Williams also former champions as well, back in season 3, where of course they piloted Granty to his second world championship. Of course, was it? I think that it was probably more impressive than his first Granty was in that season. There as of course he won it with just 1 race to go in France, didn't he? So very good stuff indeed then. Still a Renault though, Serious Mushroom was saying that it technically is, isn't it? It's like the Alfa Romeo is still technically Sauber, isn't it, really? Because it's just like a sponsorship deal and all that. And of course, Alpine is Renault's sports racing division or something like that. I'm not too sure. And I've got a new as I've gone from no notifications to like almost every notification. I'll be in England deleted, man. Good stuff. But PZ, who is just out of turn 17 as well. Look how close he gets to the wall there, goodness me. Pease was the early leader in this championship. It has fizzled away ever so slightly, hasn't it? But he's back with the 4th now at a whisker behind a motor in the McLaren, in the Mercedes, I should say, not the McLaren. And we got Percy, who the championship leader feels like he needs to come out and set another time on the board. Then Fanto starting his lap as well. Well, let's go with the world champion champion, shall we? Immortals have for that. Look at the change of direction there from the Aston Martin. Fantastic. As the ground effect is really working that Aston Martin, isn't it, through the first sector. Absolutely splendid stuff indeed. He flies past me, knocks off me wig, and now down the back straight, which is anything but straight, isn't it? You've got to thread the eye of the needle. It's a bit of a kinky straight. Very similar to the Russian back straight and also the Valencia back straight. If any of you remember those, talking of which, talking of old school circuits, and of course, what track would you like to see replacing the Chinese circuit after the COVID restrictions over there meant that we are not going to have the Chinese Grand Prix for the third season in a row now? I must admit, I used to like the Chinese circuit, but the last couple of races there wasn't the most fruitful, was it? Of course, that 1000th Grand Prix in China was definitely nothing to write home about, was it, in 2019? Golly gosh, that. Of course, Portimao has already been mentioned as well. Turkey's also thrown their hat in the rings as well. Personally, I'd like to see Malaysia back on the calendar. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? I really took Malaysia for granted when it was on the old games, I must say. It wasn't my favourite track when it used to pop up on the calendar, but I'd love to have another crack at that. Personally, going at third fastest there, 2/10 of a second behind Bradders, who is a further 2/10 of a second behind Boxtadman, who is currently having it all his own way. He's retired from the session in 5th position. Is he going to be safe from that? Let's find out. Fangio going 8th fastest. He improves by half a second and has gone into the wall. Fangio has there. I must have been looking down his cockpit there, but he's completely clouted the wall. Fangio has and lost the wing. And goodness me, Alton Park, as there's much been saying. Then I wonder if they get a grade A license from FIFA, from the FIA, I should say. Goodness me, I'm in football mode. Then maybe then. Well, to be honest, we should open it up then, really, shouldn't we, to all circuits around the world. Because we're in America, of course, so let's talk about Luna Seca. I can't even say it. Let's stop there. But of course, the corkscrew. I don't think the cars would get around there, would they? I'm sure they do a demo run recently. I don't think it was with these ground effect cars, but I'm sure they did a demo run. Maybe I'm just speaking absolute hogwash potentially. His time is now against these drivers. Here's Troy. Troy is also starting his lap as well. Now then, is the time is whiskering down then before we... Oh, and Kaidal has made a mistake there, and that's at the exit of 17. Sorry, I think it is 17, isn't it? It is. And that is going to ruin the driver's laps behind him as well. But Kaidal is out of qualifying. Unfortunately, he's completely lost the whole of the front wing. And he's coming into the pits as well. So that is such a shame there, isn't it? What about KD? KD, I think, is on the middle part of the lap. Then we've got Fangio, who's invalidated his time here, but he's of course got wing damage. Then Sam Green on the lap as well. Alhan is also just started his lap. Then we've got an Aston Martin behind it of Percy, who I think is going to be very happy with his time. But what about Knowlesy? I think Knowlesy's going to be the first driver then to come across the line and take the checkered flag. Then that funny black and white cloth, who is going to signal the end of the session, and there it is. And so here's Knowles. He's down in 12th position, but he's in front of his teammate Troy. He's 11th fastest, but he's out qualifying. He just couldn't get the extra time on the board. KD is run out of errors. He's in that 6th position at the moment. He could be safe, you know. He might be nervously looking over his shoulder. Gamer is 0.5 of a second down, and I think the Gamer might be. Yes, he's in the pits as well here. What about Troy? Troy, a big player, then not in qualifying at the moment, or qualifying 3, I should say. And out to the final corner here for Troy. Has he done enough? It looks enough. It is enough. And he is quicker than anyone else on the circuit at the moment. Good stuff indeed. We have now got the 2 Alfa Romeos, and it is Sam Green who's 0.2 of a second down, and he needs to find a 10th of a second on his previous best if he wants to get through into qualifying 3 here. Fangio is just through at the moment, but at skin of his nose cone. Gamer is currently through as well, but Gamer is on the verge of being out here. If Sam Green can find something in the car, he can't. He's lost half a second in the final sector. Alhan then, who hasn't set a time yet in the second Alfa Romeo, down the back straight. Alhan is And when's he going to break then? Here he is, breaking down to second gear. He's almost out of Versailles. He's going to lose an almighty amount of time in that Alfa Romeo. He is going to try and complete then his target times of 28.1 there. He hasn't done it, but he is going to move up into 14th position now. Han is there, but he is out of qualifying. So he's lost both Alfa Romeos in that qualifying session. Unfortunately, with Green in 11th position and Alhan in 14th. And as we end qualifying 2, then Troy is shushing me, and I think that's a very wise thing something to do for Troy, but he is also shushing the opposition as well, as he is passing qualifying too. And it's 1.2 seconds separates the whole grid of the top 10. Green out of qualifying there, as unfortunately his last attempt was just not quick enough. Nosey on his return in 12th position, Kai down in 13th, Alhan is 14th, and Wuto with qualifying 2, Ban then in 15th position. And as we roll on into qualifying 3, Hard Rock Kaidal, Serious Mushroom is saying then, and he's also saying Banjo, yeah, it's too early for our plan. Absolutely beautiful spectacle, isn't it, Miami? It's probably, of course, when we was out there for the real world of Formula One, wasn't we? Of course, there was probably murmurs that this could be like one of the headline attractions for the season, isn't it? Very similar to what Monaco is potentially. Absolutely, it was quite a spectacle, wasn't it? The race itself wasn't great then, but my goodness me, everything that was around it was pretty well good. It was pretty good. I thought I really, I very much enjoyed that weekend of fun with that fake harbour, indeed, then, which probably provided me and a lot of others with too much joy in our lives then. But anyway, enough about that. We've now got to turn our attention to pole position and for the race here in Miami. Brothers and in the Ferrari, we got Fanjo and Pisa, both Williamses are through. KD and Boxstall are through in the both McLarens, and both Aston Martins are through as well. Percy and Gamer, Mortal and Troy and Liam Ye are also through into qualifying 3. Which one of those 10 Grand Prix drivers are going to go for pole? Oh, they're all going for pole position, but who is going to get the pole position? So far, 2 pole positions for Boxstall, 2 pole positions for Percy. Who is going to get their 3rd pole position of the season out of those 2 drivers? Or are we going to get a new pole sitter? Fanjo is not the first driver out, it's Liam Ye. Of course, Knowles has mentioned we have got rain in the race. We're not sure if it's coming later on in the race or if it's right at the beginning or whatnot. We do not have to worry about the strategy about qualifying 2 where you have to start on the tyres which you set your first time on. That rule is gone for this season, isn't it? Which I must admit, I quite like that rule, but however, they're talking about bringing in a rule for next year where for qualifying 1 is going to be hard tyres, for qualifying 2 is the medium tyres, and for qualifying 3 it's the soft tyres. Personally, I must admit, I like qualifying how it is, really, and I feel that's one thing that they probably shouldn't fiddle about. I like the knockout stage of qualifying. It's really good. This hour-long session of qualifying really keeps you intrigued and entwined and invested, because we've had so many factors going on in this qualifying session. Potentially all through the race, Sean, is the rain. Oh, golly gosh. So, well, that's a shame, because I've packed me swimming shorts and everything, so I'm gonna have to put my legs away and get up me Mac, I reckon. Which is such a shame then, because I came here for a holiday, so that's disappointing, to say the least. Never mind, there's always next year, isn't it? Well, actually, Tuesday night as well. So to which, let's talk about some plugins as well. So Liam Meyer starts on his way as well. And of course, as we are coming into the Christmas period now, I think it's our first race in December, isn't it? Of course, normally we're coming to the end of our championship season in the ALR, but this is a unique season, and Liam Meyer, goodness me, he's going to have to change those white overalls, I think, because he has certainly had a twitch in the first sector. Exactly what I love about his shot. That is one of the best shots of the season for me. I absolutely love that. But Liam Yedden, who is going for his first bite of chair, I think he should carry on with this lap then, because this could be a banker later on. He has got purple in the first sector, you know. Still think points should be given in quali. Yeah, Mercedes of Immortal's gone very wide down. I think he was on a quick lap as well. I think that if they... I think so. I do change my mind on this, to be fair. I'm umming and ahhing because, of course, it does set the grid for the race itself. But I think I definitely think that possibly a point for pole position certainly maybe a factor. I didn't like the point for fast lap originally, but it's really spiced up the end of the races, hasn't it? And it has made it much more exciting. So and I think that it might have spiced up this championship as well, because Charles Leclerc got 9 pole positions this year, didn't he? But he's got one of the worst conversion rates, hasn't he? Unfortunately, Liam has gone very deep into 17 there. That's going to lose him a bit of time there. Out of the final turn as well, then for the Haas, driving it across the finish line, and he goes on a 28.9 there. He can go quicker than that, then Liam can. Well, just trying to catch KD, but he is coming to the garage. He is having none of that then. Banjo on the lap as well, and he is starting his lap then after invalidated by the looks of things. I think Immortal is, Immortal, we've seen him go very wide, didn't we? So we're going to leave him to it for a minute. And Pease is also in invalidated. There's a lot of laps that have not been counted here. Under the flyover, is that what they call it in America? I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to ask KD for his American wisdom there. DRS on the money for Troy, down the back straight. Of course, with the with those very, I'm not sure if you sit on the back of the cars then that they're thinking about trying to reduce the spray, and they're trying to have like some kind of the wheelets kind of on the back wheels there to stop the spray from going up. I'm not sure if that's what's going to cause it really, because I'm sure it's going to be the downforce that's going to cause it as well. But I'm no scientist or aerodynamist, I should say. Troy goes, Troy is a speedster. He goes pole position so far. The McLaren of Boxtel starting another lap then. For some reason I was going to say Green Day. Here's Gamer. Goodness me. Out of final turn there, and Gamer goes pole position with that time. Magnificent stuff indeed. Here is Percy then. 2 pole positions for the Aston Martin. Can he make a hat-trick this season for car 21? No, he can't. He's done a 28.4. And what if that's used soft tyres there for Percy? But that is a magical lap there for Gamer. Absolutely hats off indeed there. We got purple sector 1 there for, I think that was for Boxtel. Fanjo is coming into the pit lane there. Immortal will probably be in the pits as well, because he's also invalidated as well. Goodness gracious me. 3-0 now as Osaka pointing for the nicest helmet. Get rid of the defaults. Yes indeed. Then of course that's the whole point of your racing repertoire. No default helmets, and that'll be a rule that I very much love it, because then you get beautiful gems like this. Look at that beautiful black and gold helmet there for Boxtel. Fantastic, isn't it? For the McLaren Mercedes drive down the back straight. Absolutely love it. Americans probably call it on ramp or off ramp there. Goodness me, like sidewalking, all that kind of stuff. Watching Boxtel going down the back straight. However, they do say a very cool word. They say elevator rather than lift, like we do over here. Boxtel across the line, and it goes pole position by, oh my goodness me, a second. That is a mega lap from Boxtel, going for his 3rd pole position of the season in the McLaren. And that is Boxtel welcoming everyone to the party, and potentially and with the rain coming now, Boxtel would probably rather a full dry race with times like that. However, I am suspicious Percy, who's had an issue there at the final corner, and it's going to come in the pits, I think. I am suspicious there. He's got a bit of a rain cloud coming. I wonder if that is prepping us for the race, potentially. I am suspicious, about if they're using new or older tyres, and Brader's going at second fastest in the Ferrari. It's really annoying me about Brader's stats, I'm sure he's raced in Division 7, I'm sure he has. I can almost bet my bottom dollar he has, but for some reason I can't find him on my spreadsheet. Can you give me an elevator to the shops? Serious Russian say. I meant one of those lifts, you know what I mean, that goes up and down. But yes, I see your point there. It's yes, I agree. I've really peak-tongued myself there, haven't I? And I've just kicked me bottle of squash over, which ain't good, is it? But don't worry about that. Luckily, for once, I've got the top on it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to use my Febreze carpet cleaner stuff, which I'm a bit disappointed by that, to be honest. I'm more of a Sillet Bang man myself. Goodness me, it's been absolutely fantastic. It's been absolutely fantastic on the old black stuff, which keeps living in my window. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest. I think it's mould, but there we go. But it's been absolutely fantastic. I don't even need to put any elbow grease in it. Yes, this Febreze has not been very good on the old carpet, unfortunately. But then again, I would have an excuse is that my nephew comes down, but he doesn't come down that often because mainly all the stains is me. Anyway, enough about my appalling, my clumsiness and all that kind of stuff. Let's see what the McLaren driver of KD can do. as he is now winding up and letting it go with 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Yellow flag in front of us is that Bradders is coming into the pits on the front row at the moment there for the Ferrari. Here comes KD out of the final turn net and over the grid hatch there to start as the starters on our way now. Let's go on board with the man who's in his home Grand Prix tonight, KD. He was very unhappy about he was very unhappy about. I think he had some issues in this race last season when he was driving in Division 3. But KD then are just on board with him now and go for the first cut. Oh my goodness me! I think that we had a bit of a desync there, didn't we? Because KD was off to the wall there, but oh goodness gracious me, that definitely woke me up then. Out of the final turn, sorry, not out of the final turn. I think that that's just coming onto the back straight as well. DRS is not into effect just yet. You see that there's the green line, then there's the DRS. We didn't even hear the beep, did we? As KD was very much on them. I was on full throttle then, full power, 211 miles an hour before breaking down into second gear, tickling 60 miles an hour before getting onto the power as well then. And of course this is very much an error generator part of the circuit, isn't it? I love this part then as well. I know subtitles are needed then. We are going zoom and I don't think that not just of that Skype platform, it isn't Skype, is it? That's cool platform thing, but also in terms of what KD is doing as well on the second back straight of the circuit as well. And once again then building up the speed, then touching almost 200 and 212 miles an hour. Wow, incredible stuff. Breaking down into second gear then, 40 miles an hour this time before getting back on the power for one more blast of this circuit across the line. Then the sun has gone in. KD is third. It's a McLaren 1-3. This is impressive stuff from the team from Woking tonight. Magnificent stuff indeed. And that this is going to get very interesting indeed. Both McLarens, we haven't seen the McLaren very much on song this season. They've had a Grand Prix win, Boxtel. But no, they haven't had a Grand Prix, have they? Because Boxtel, of course, won his race and when he was with the with the Haas team earlier on this season. But Boxtel very much doing a great job. Can McLaren get their first win of the season here tonight? And it's been an appalling start for the McLaren team. And AC Motor, who's normally a part of the 100% league, is doing a great job as well in the Mercedes here tonight. And he is third fast and just displaced KD, who's dropped down into fourth. Then Fangio is crawling at the moment, isn't he? There he is had an issue there as we've got some yellow flags there being waved into the breeze here, and you can see, look at how dull it's got over here. Look at how dull it's got. This is are we expecting rain in qualifying? I didn't hear about any rain, but I feel that this may curtail our incredible battle that we're getting for pole positioning for the Miami Grand Prix, the first ever Miami Grand Prix in ALR history here tonight. And currently it is very much very much it's anyone's ball game, this battle for pole position. On board with Pease now as well, as I get my breath. As KD is happy with his full position and he comes into the pits and he did get third. However, it's going to tumble down the order now. It's the track. It's going to be a peak performance. But whether we're going to see spots of rain then, we're going to have to remain to be seen then. So we're going to be looking up into the sky as well as on the timing board as well. Here is Pease and he is now as the minute as a king set down this back straight then for Pease. And Pease has got 13 seconds. It's going to be his final attempt of getting that pole position then for Pease. Remember, he was on the early promise for Pease and that Williams. I remember Williams was very hard pressed, wasn't he, with Epic leading that Williams team, and Julian last season doing a great job for the Williams team. This season they're going to start off pretty poor with Pease and Yar, unfortunately. But let's see what Pease could do. And who is out in front? That's our teammate, isn't it? That's Fangio doing a perfect job there. What a slipstream there for Fangio, who I think has missed the flag. So Fangio is going to start 10th, but he has done the ultimate team game here for his full-time teammate of Pease. And of course Fangio is not a full-time driver, whilst Pease is out of the final turn, and Pease has put himself third fastest. That is an incredible bit of teamwork. I love that. Brilliant stuff indeed. Liam Yang coming across the line, and he is going to put himself sixth fastest. Once again, underlining his strong performance in the start of the season there for Liam Yang. He's driving a superb season. Both Haas drivers are. Here's Gaiman then out of the final turn as well for the Aston Martin. Is he going to be able to pop himself up? He's back up in the fifth position. KD dropped down to 6th position as well. Boxtown currently pole sitter on a 26 there, and he's lowered the bar to a 26.5. That is magnificent. That is special. That is mega stuff indeed then. Troy down in 8th position at the moment. He hasn't set his best time so far, but he comes up to the line now, and Troy is second, and it is half a second behind Boxtown, but that is a mega lap there for Boxtown. What about Percy? The two men have been fighting for pole positions, and of course he's second fastest there. He is 3/10 of a second away, but he has pulled it out of his back pocket there, but it's Boxtown pole position then for the Miami Grand Prix, the first man to be on pole position here in Miami. Fantastic stuff indeed there for Boxtown. That's his third pole position of the season. Really well done indeed there for the McLaren driver. Absolutely stunning stuff indeed. That will also be McLaren's third pole position. That is also McLaren doing a great job. I think that's McLaren's first pole position, you know, the season. Mega stuff indeed then for Boxtown. Magnificent stuff indeed then. And that is Boxtown's fifth pole position of his career as well. Magnificent stuff indeed. About just under 3/10 of a second. Under 3/10 of a second then between Boxtal and Percy. That is quite a big difference, isn't it? Up to so far in the season, they've been very close there with Troy in third and Brother's doing a great job in fourth. Then that slipstream now for Pease has got it from Fanjo to Pease. Has got him into fifth position with Gamer and with Immortal 6 with Gamer and KD in 7th and 8th position there. This is going to get very, very good indeed then. As Kuno saying he's finally found a stream there. Apologies, my good sir. Of course, the stream does get posted in the Discord, but yes indeed, but hopefully you have a good race, Kuno. We've also got Harrington got to play the team game then, Mushroom there. Good luck as well, good stuff indeed there. Thank you. He's not had any practice, Kuno hasn't there, but it's a tough old track as well, isn't it? First time's been on the game. Oh my goodness me, I have just dropped me bottle in astonishment here. As Nosey mentioned, there is rain, but I'm not sure if that rain's going to last the whole of the session, you know, or the whole of the race, I should say. And there's intermediate tyres. Is that intermediate tyre? That looks like hard, actually, from Tarat's garage there. But there looks to be blue sky over the Hard Rock Stadium. Now, of course, a lot of team personnel kits is in the Hard Rock Stadium, which is very unique indeed there. And, of course, I must admit, I wasn't expecting rain when we was coming to Miami, but goodness gracious me, I haven't packed me wellies, but luckily I do have the emergency poncho, as Ted Kravitz says there. So luckily I will not be too wet then, but I'll probably be getting very wet in the commentary boxes. I'm very unhealthy and I sweat a lot, just sitting from here talking to you all. And I hope you all had a great weekend indeed then. And what a perfect way to... You know, look, it's dry tyres are for everyone. Oh my goodness me, now I'm very intrigued by this. And so, it is on the borderline, is it, from wet to inters. I'm wondering if anyone is going to be thinking about whether it is going to be raining hard enough to go on to the intermediate tyres. It is not wet enough for the intermediate tyres just yet, and this is going to be a cracker of a Grand Prix. I cannot wait for this one. Let's go for the grid, shall we? Hard tyres there for Fanjo and for Mr. Rage, both 10th and 20th on the grid. Soft tyres for P, soft tyres for Arhan, Wooter and Kuno. Of course, I feel that the hard tyres could probably run forever and a day around here. So that is quite a lot of water, you know. I'm feeling... It's a shame you can't, on the formation lap, if you want to come in the pit lane, you can't come in the pit lane. That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? Anyway, enough about my theories and all that kind of stuff. Let's go for the grid, shall we? From front to back then. Boxtel is fifth pole position of his career, his third of the season then. McLaren's first. Percy is alongside him on row one. It's going to be tricky going down to turn one. It's not a long run down to turn one by any stretch of the imagination, but this wet circuit is going to be very interesting indeed then. This is what is the pinnacle of Grand Prix racing, this gold division. We've got Bradders in fourth position behind Troy, who's the second in the world championship. P's great qualifying. He's on soft tyres, so he's going to have a good launch down to turn 1. There's an Aston Martin of Gamer off already there. That just shows how tough it is there. He is spun now just under the overpass because it's going to be dry underneath that overpass, isn't it? Immortal 6, Gamer 7, KD in 8th position. We've got another Williams off the circuit as well. I think that's Pease there. They are struggling on these tyres at the moment. 9th is Liam, 10th is Fanjo, Green in 11th position, Knowlesy's in 12th, Kaidal 13th. We've got a lot of debutants like that, and this is the toughest of tough. So this is the toughest of tests for these debutanters. Is that what you call them? I don't know. 15th position is Wooter, 16th is Mumford, Turat in 17th position there, 18th is Kuno making his debut. He is not too happy about this weather, is he? Lost Souls there is down in 19th position, he's like a fish out of water. 20th position is Mr. Rage, I am sorry. Right, 29 laps around Miami. This is going to be a tough one indeed, isn't it? I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be a cracker, to say the least. There's another Alfa Romeo off the circuit. There's chaos here. Oh, and there's our contact there between Mr. Rage and the Alfa. I'm not too sure, but look at this. And it is so light rain there. It is borderline. I think intermediates might have been the better way to go, here. Oh, my goodness gracious me then. And we're just waiting for the lights, and they will come on one at a time. Then when they go out, we'll be racing here in Miami. It is lights on. Red lights are on. The lights have gone off. On dry tyres on the slippery track, then this is going to be the ultimate test. It's lights out and it's go. Box on a lot of wheel spin now, and I'm not sure. And now, he's almost going to Troy, and Troy going on the outside. Then Wooter's got a 5-second penalty as they come together with Kaidal, and then Boxtel and Percy are fighting here. And there's contact there between Percy and Boxtel. Troy is back down into third position at Malta, and we've had a humongous smash out at the back of this. Oh my goodness me, there's an Alpine off the circuit there, and they're all over each other. There's a humongous smash, and surely it's a safety car. It is a safety car. And Liam, down 4 positions. Sottle's up 12, up 7 positions. Same for Kuno as well, also 7 positions. 7 positions for Mumford. Absolute chaos at the back there. Wasn't there something? Something has gone really awry here. I'm wondering if some drivers are going to come into the pits on the intermediate tyres, because this is really, look at this, how we got a Haas car with no wing now. That's Liam, with no wing, and goodness me, it is an absolute action-packed race. Sam Green on his Alfa Romeo official debut is out of the race there before we've even completed one lap. It is the very tricky conditions. Look at this, and it is wet out there, and I'm wondering if the dry tyres was the wrong option for these drivers, and maybe intermediates might have been the way to go here tonight then. Whether you could have chosen or not, it's a different story. But goodness gracious me, KD down 10 positions, 12 positions for Pease as well. Kaidal has got penalties, Kuno and Root has got penalties as well. What are the penalties? 5-second penalties for those drivers at the moment, unfortunately. As Green said, boy, literally had a cracking start. Unfortunately, Green was on the medium tyres as well, wasn't he there? So that's even better. Then I was going to say, when he said he's going to have a cracking start, I would have assumed he went onto the soft tyres. But we got a lot of damaged cars out there at the moment. We didn't see entirely what happened there, but I'm wondering, and who's that off? Souls is off, and he's gone into the wall. And Souls could be an early exit here as well, and he has not finished the race so far, and Souls has stopped. And now it's not good, is it? Into the pits, there comes Gamer, and he stayed on the dry tyres in this one. I'm wondering if someone's going to try the intermediate, because it is very slippery out there indeed then, as he comes out of the pit lane now. Intermediate tyres for Kuna. This could be a shrewd call here. Souls is now back, and then I'm not sure what happened there. Intermediate tyres for the Red Bull team. Let's see if that is going to be a good call. I reckon that could be a great call, Oh my goodness gracious me. Absolutely incredible stuff there. This is absolutely, Souls has left possession, and well, not sure what to say about that really. Out of the race, and that's 5 DNFs in a. That's unfortunately 5 in a row now for Lost Souls. He has not got any points there. Am I being harsh there for Souls? Let me lean forward a minute. Yeah, 4 DNFs, and the only race he's finished was the sprint race, unfortunately, for Lost Souls. Not sure what's happening there. unfortunately, but it looked like that he just didn't drive. He wasn't going anywhere, was he? Kuno on his debut. Is he going to be our own Marcus Finkelhock here? Can Kuno lead a Grand Prix on his debut? That he's a super sub tonight in the Red Bull, and potentially he may have been pulled an absolutely shrewd maneuver. I think intermediate tires is the way to go. We don't even know if the DRS is going to be enabled or not, but this is going to get very interesting indeed. I absolutely love these conditions, by the way. This is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? And I'm just going to take a look to see who does what then. I think they're all going to stay on the dry tyres, but Kuno is looking pretty good under the safety car here, but I may be judging it way before we've even got going then. I agree with you guys, yes indeed. Disappointing to say the least. Mumford has lost out there, but look at Gamer, he's also struggling as well. And into the pits comes Alhan then. So this is a dramatic Grand Prix already. Lap 3 out of 29 here as the raindrops then. The raindrops that are still falling down here. Into the pits comes Alhan from 11th on the grid then. And he has also had a nose cone change to upper. It's not for intermediate tyres here. This is for dry compound tyres. It's for the it is for the medium compound tyres. He comes out of the pits as well. On board with Kuno. We're going to keep an eye on this Red Bull driver. Let's see how this one goes. And Kyle has just got past Alhan. They are allowed to race there until the end of the pit exit there. But I think Kyle's already got that position gain then. And I wouldn't like to be in that. That looks like real water for there, doesn't it? But I wouldn't like to be in that marina at the moment. There is. I'll probably like to be under shelter. Right, hopefully a safety car will be in the end of this up and we'll be going racing again. And this race, look at it. Then it is not. It is not a full wet. The track is not wet enough for intermediate tyres out there at the moment, is it? But goodness me, if it gets any heavier, it will be. Just beyond Burt Mylander then, as this is going to get very good indeed. I think this is probably the worst. It's the worst condition for drivers there. Almost a intermediate tyre circuit there, but they're trying to hang it out on the slick tyres, and it is absolutely brutal. Remember, we brought the slick to we didn't. Look at Purse there. Goodness me, a lot of opposite lock there, isn't it? We see them spinning on the formation lap as well, as the safety cars and the lights have gone from the top of the safety car. Now we're going to be green here in. Where are we? In Miami. We'll be going racing again, and this is going to be a cracker to say the least. And look at this, as a box out is going to hold him up there. Troy had a great start on the outside, didn't he? But he just didn't have anywhere to go. Unfortunately, it's one of the shorter runs down to turn one there from Troy, and he just had nowhere to go, did he? And that is why he's That's why he couldn't, unfortunately, get past there, but he was very close there. I think that Wouter, I'm not sure if Wouter went to the back of someone or whatnot, but he also got a 5-second penalty as well. But now we're green here, and we're back racing then here, and here we go then. Let's get going here in Miami. And of course, the rain is still spitting out, and it's going to be a tough old race now for the drivers. And look at Troy, try to warm up those tires. If you get them cold, you're just going to be spinning here. P's all over the back of Liam, yeah. And I think that's going to be a swap full position. It is a swap full position. P's up the inside. What's happening with Kuno? He's currently a second back. So the intermediate tires, and is it starting to? It looks like it's brightening up, you know, as Kuno there is just 6 tenths of a second back at the moment. We've got Mumford and Wouter, who has now just dropped down there. The order hasn't he? Mumford has Wouter now in the 12th position. He's trying to come back through the field, and he is all over the back of Gamer, who's in the 11th position about there. Just in front of us is Kate, who's had a great qualifying, but the opening laps of this race have been pretty disappointing to say at least. Bradder's all over the back of a alternate. I think it stopped raining, you know, and that is what the drivers are probably on the soft tire, probably on the dry tyres. Whilst Kuno's unfortunately on the intermediate tyres, and that is probably why they didn't go into the pits on the intermediate tyres, because it has stopped raining. Oh goodness gracious me! And that is the Taratus trying to stay on the inside of KD. There's going to be contact there, and there's an Aston Martin there as well. You don't see overtaking here often. Then, well, this is the first hour of racing around here, and that's Taratus had to take a base of action there, and I'm wondering if he might have thought about going for another day here, and he is unfortunately he's being overtaken left, right and centre here as he's really put himself in a vulnerable position. Bradders has got past the Mortal and I'm in the 4th position now. We got the Williams and P's all over the back of Reuter. Is he going to have a lunge? And I think he's too far back in the Williams car. I think he is then. Mumford on the outside there. Box start set to pass out the race. Mumford, he's going to be squeezed into the wall if you ain't careful there. And he is now up into 14th position now. Yes, I think Kuno may have made a mistake here there on those intermediate tires. He has come back into the pits, and that is why no one was on the. I think it was, but that's why it was no one was on the intermediate tires. I think then because the rain was stopping there. Wooter all over the back of Gamer now, and goodness me, he isn't anymore. He's alongside Gamer. He passes Gamer. He's done it. He's done it. He is up into 10th position there. Gamer down into 11th, and his next target is KD, the hometown hero here in Miami. And the gap is 3 seconds in between KD and Mr. Rage, who's made his way through the field and beautifully up into 8th position already for Mr. Rage. Fantastic stuff indeed. And Mr. Rage on the hard compound tires. Whilst it's all falling apart around him, he's doing a great job then. Taratis lost out again, this time to Liam Yeh. However, they're scrapping over, hand over fist there for 14th and 15th positions. Liam Yeh, unfortunately, having another start on into the back, like in Imola. Then there was a humongous accident, wasn't it? And I think Tarat's is off to well, we're already in Florida, haven't we? Is it Tarat? It's Liam Yeh. Oh, goodness me, Liam Yeh has, I'm not sure if Tarat and Liam Yeh come to blows. I'm not too sure on that one. And Troy's got past Percy, moved himself up into 2nd position then, as a Boxtel is now starting to pull away. The gap is over, well over the DRS detection point here of, goodness me, it's a 2.5 seconds already. Percy is dropping down the order at this moment in time. Goodness gracious me. Wooter is still not back in the way there. Troy is set the fast up the race as he has now been unleashed, hasn't he? Boxtel still leads the way, 1.5 seconds, and we're just watching KD trying to defend his position there, but Wooter's having another bit up the outside here, but KD is going to break later. Wooter's off the circuit. That is, oh my goodness me, and that is a cracking manoeuvre on the outside and inside for turn 2. Magnificent stuff indeed. And up into 9th position then. Now he's got a 3-second buffer. Wooter has that. He had a qualifying 2 ban, and then a qualifying 2 ban then, and now he's trying to come back through the field. Liam Yeh in the pits as well. Disappointing for Liam Yeh. We didn't see what happened on the live feed, so hopefully we'll hear about it later on then, or maybe not, depending on how good or bad it was. Mr. Rage is now alongside Knowlesy. He's past Knowlesy. Knowlesy, a 3-time Grand Prix winner, of course, a traditional black helmet, down in 8th position. And Mr. Rage has left his breaking point very late there. P's almost going to the back of KD there, and Gamer is going to have a snip, and not quite, and he is dropped down into 12th position as well in the Aston Martin. Oh, and what's that? KD is off the circuit. That's contact there. And goodness me, he looked a bit out of shape there. KD did. And look at this as Mumford's now at the position. And and KD's in the wall. And I wonder if that's frustration or if that's, I think that was a Mercedes. Did he help him there? And who is that? That's a Gamer on the outside. It's 3 into 1 there. Boxhouse had the pass up in his race. It's 3 into 1 into turn 17. The Ferrari on the inside. Now they're going to do a switcheroo. Where are they all? Here they come then. And now the Aston Martin's through, and the Williams is through as well. Mumford has dropped back down in 12th position, but he has DRS, and here he comes over the grid hatches to start lap 7 here. Oh, magnificent. Mumford there on hard tires, of course, that he is going for the long game, whilst Gamer's back into the points as well. Pease is down into 11th position. We have lost KD, and I think KD has got KD has of course got to have to come in the pits, I think, or is it? No, yes, and he's okay. I thought he would have hit his wing off there. Troy has got the gap down to 1.4 seconds there. Boxtel was waltzing away with Percy in 2nd position, but Troy has livened up this race ever so slightly then, with Percy struggling with the pace it is being set by Boxtel at the moment. Incredible stuff indeed. Can Pease get himself back into the points here? He's a bit too far back at the moment though, isn't he? He is on the cusp of the points as well. Brave on that curb. Sarah's much the same for Wooter. The couple laps ago, that incredible battle between himself and KD was absolutely magnificent. Wooter has now got the gap down to 1.3 seconds between himself and that knows a lovely shoulder shot here from Pease. Look at that then. So we're now looking back then. Look at Pease, and goodness me, you cannot see his eyes. We could just about see his eyes in the shade there. He was a determined look there on Pease to get himself back into the points, and here he comes. I think he might be a bit too far back, you know, as we've got a bit of de-syncing going on in the back straight. That Alpine in the back there, and kite out then there's a purchase at the fast of the race then, and he has really lit up the track on that lap. Goodness gracious me, he's taken almost several tenths out of Troy. Goodness me, he's definitely not on this one by a long shot, the top 3. And who is that? Was someone in the wall then, or was that me? Oh, that might have been debris. And look at this, there's a piece on the inside of turn 1 track position. Gamer is going to be able to come back out of Mizzy, and Pease is now going to storm off then. And look at Knowles there. Knowles there is just I think that Wooter is flying starting, and he is on younger tires, and he's already made a pit stop here, hasn't he? Rutra is going wide up. He is a man on a mission at the moment. Fantastic stuff indeed. Really, a really magnificent net, absolutely fantastic. I know Farp is loving the overtake maneuver that Rutra has done then on lap 6. He loved that. He's put it in then for maybe overtake of the season then. B-Rabbit, can we mention Alex in P8 still? He can go in gold then. Alex is doing a great job indeed there. Of course, it's about, he's got a car med, hasn't he, Alex has there? Is very much a wise head on youngest shoulders then. Well, goodness gracious me then. Of course, talking of which, Knowlesy is a 3-time Grand Prix winner. Him and Emerson were close championship rivals in season 5 for the first couple of races. Well, I think in the first 6 races, Knowlesy won 3 of those first 6 races. I'm not sure if Emerson won the other 3 or not then, but it was a close battle between Emerson and Knowlesy after the Monaco Grand Prix, but then it just fell apart ever so slightly, didn't it, for Knowlesy? But still, season 5 is his best season to date then. Gap at the front is still 1.6 seconds, but then Troy and Boxstyle are really Troy, Boxstyle and Percy are absolutely flinging the laps as well, and Bradder's doing a great job in 4th position as well. Immortal 3 seconds back in 5th. Vanjo doing a great job in 6th position. Mr. Rage is 7th, and just in front of, just behind Mr. Rage is Wooter, who we've just been keeping an eye on in terms of the battle. 9th position is Knowlesy. 10th position is Pete, and Gamer's made a mistake there and is dropped back. 11th position, 12th position is Mumford on the harder tyres. Kaidan in 13th with Alhan in 14th. There is Alhan, and Mumford's off the circuit. He has spun the car and he's backed into the wall. Hopefully it's all damage to the rear end of the car as he spins back around then. But that is a major blow for Mumford there. Hopefully though he just keeps the car in the right direction like Tarat's doing a great job out there at the moment. Down in 14th position there, but he's just keeping it neat and tidy, which is what he needs to do. KD's just got past him as well. I'm surprised KD hasn't got damage, you know. Magnificent stuff indeed then. We've got a Dragon in the comments as well. Is that a goat? I'm not too sure. It's Alhan. It's having a look on the inside of a Kaidal. Got some penalties out there as well, so we're not sure if the rain is going to come back or not. We heard a whisper that the rain is going to be raining throughout the race, and so that forecast is not as accurate as what we thought there. So I've many drivers who thought that of course everyone has the same weather forecast system, so anyone who is on the who thought about a wet setup, then that's gone completely awry here. It'll be interesting to see who is on the wet setup and who is not then, but that's gone completely awry. We don't see much in terms of differences of wet setups these days, do we? In Formula 1, they're not as well it used to be when they used to completely change the car for wet races. Good heavens, we don't have that these days, do we? But even so, then you still be costing yourself a couple of tenths here and there. Surely on the back straights as well. Back on board of Alhan trying to come back through the field in 13th position. Look at the tire marks. We've only done 10 laps around here, and already the tyre marks down to turn 1 is redonkulous. Here's Ruter, who is very much there on who's very much on a mission, isn't he, at the moment. Ruter is back on board of him. Gamers past Pease, and Pease is off the circuit. Oh no, the Williams driver has made a mistake, and he is just he's lost the wing. We're around about the zone for the pit stops. Maybe a couple of laps too early for Pease, potentially gone to the hard tyres. It's a cold goat, Sean, then. It's a really cool goat, that's all I know then. It's a cold and a cool goat then. On board now with Ruter. Mr. Rage then is going to be looking in his mirrors. Look in front of us. Who is that? I think that's Fanjo all over the back of Immortal, you know. It is. And here he is then. And that's a gap. It's very much well down. Same with Percy and Troy. And Percy's coming back. Alan takes 2nd position. And great stuff indeed. We're going to have 3 overtakes on the back straight. And then we've got Ruter who's also got past Mr. Rage as well. Mr. Rage doing a great job. That's double locking up the front tyre from Ruter there. That may cause a horrific flat spot, you know. But Ruter is passed up into 5th position. I got there eventually. Troy down into 3rd position then as Percy has really steamed through and back up into 2nd position with Troy struggling to keep up with Boxstar at the moment. Boxstar is very much commanding this Grand Prix at the moment on lap 11 out of 29, but we still got well over 2/3 race distance, and P's coming into the pits after his after the issue that happened around this corner a lap ago. P's is out of the race then, and P's has had enough in Miami for tonight, and he is done. Unfortunately, Kuno, who unfortunately also made a mistake with the tyres, but he's doing a good job to stay in this one then, unfortunately. back with look at this then. As Box Tower is currently, he's got that magic. He's like a Sebastian Vettel, isn't he? He's got that magical 1 second buffer, well over 1 second buffer at the moment. Now, well, I'll say well over half a second buffer, a second and a half buffer over Percy, Troy, and Brothers, and that means he's broke the DRS, which means that he does not have to worry about it too much at the moment. Now, Pease has got squeezed. He is now a mushy, unfortunately. He's also out of the race as well. Green out of the race, Souls out of the race, and Pease all out of the race at the moment. Brothers there just following these two at the moment. Incredible speed there at the front of the field is magnificent. Knowlesy then, who is unfortunately dropping down the order at the moment, and he is down into at 9th position now. Gamer cuts across, moves himself over to 9th position now. Gamer needs a good race here tonight, and he's certainly having a good one at the moment there. So both Aston Martins are 2nd and 9th fed, and that is looking good then in the Constructors' Championship. But the AlphaTauri team are still quite impressive, and isn't it? Whatever happens here tonight, I don't think they'll lose the lead in the Constructors. I think Aston Martin are 2nd. I can't remember. I only read it out about an hour ago, and I still can't remember. On board with Alhan then, he is currently 5 tenths a second behind Kai Dahl at the moment. We got Brothers then, who is now all over the back of Troye. 17 cars remain out of the 20 that started around here. We did have a very unusual start to the race where it was raining, and I think it was actually hard enough for the intermediate tyres, but of course I think though that with the rain just got like a passing shower. The driver stayed out on the dry tyres, and that is otherwise I think it would have been intermediate tyres. Guno did go on the intermediate tyres, but unfortunately the rain stopped as soon as the safety car came in, which otherwise I think that Kuno would have been on course for potential our best impression of Marcus Vinkerhawk here. Unfortunately that wasn't the case. Reuter is a man possessed at the moment. Now, look at this, he's almost out of deployment now, and I feel that may cause him some issues trying to get past here. And Immortal's on the overtaking. Fanjo, he has done it, up past his car number 2, and away he goes. The pit stops. I think the pit window's probably open. That's incredible there from Reuter. My goodness, he's so aggressive, and he is up into 6th position. Magnificent stuff indeed there for Reuter. Wow. And Fanjo down into 7th position. He's lost 2 positions in the matter of 2 corners, and Fanjo is off the circuit. And has he damaged the car? I'm not sure if he has or not. I don't think he has, but I'm not sure if he made the wall or not. But Fanjo, what a shame that is going to really hurt. Mr. H is now up into 7th position, the highest driver on the hard tyres here. He's gone up the medium tyre for the remainder of the race then. Serious Mushroom, very yes indeed then it is looking cloudy again then, so the sun is starting to sink behind the clouds again. We got more rain on the horizon. Kuno's in the pits, and I wonder if he's going to change onto the hard tyres onto the inner race. Wooters up into 5th position. It's an incredible performance there from the Alpine driver, and possibly early contention now for driver of the day. Lovely helmet by the way from Immortal Mumford. It's got a 3-second penalty unfortunately, and now the hard tyres I think are starting to really perform nicely, because look at Mr. H, he's now all over the gearbox of Immortal, who's in 6th position. Immortal's really dropped off the back. We've got yellow flag, and it's Nosey. Oh no, Nosey's left a bit of his car there in the chicane, and he needs that part, and he's going to have to come in the pits head. So I think that Nosey may have been looking after his tyres there, but unfortunately he's going to have to now come into the pits and change the new nose code, and maybe go to the hard tyres earlier than he would have liked then. And just watching Brothers now, who's keeping Troy, it's very much arm's length here, and he was out into the pits. Immortal's in the pits. I'm not surprised about that. Immortal won is the highest of the early pit stoppers to come into the pits, and he's struggling on pace now, isn't he? Immortal is. And then also Fanjo is stayed out. I'm not surprised if Fanjo didn't come in here. Out of the pits now comes Immortal. Then the standard 1 stop here from the mediums to the hard tyres, and the hard tyres could go forever and a day around here, I think, anyway. Whether that's right or not remains to be seen. So Tarat, I don't think he's going to go out in front of his teammate here. Also into the pits is Nosey, and to change the nose cone, unfortunately. Brothers there still sticking on the back of Troy, maybe to have a look at the podium position. Mr. Rage, you look at could be looking good, Serious Mushroom saying I think he is looking very good. Tarat's got a 3-second penalty, but apart from that, Tarat is doing a great job out there in 12th position, doing a great job indeed there here in gold. Yes, Mr. Rage is doing a magnificent job there, and I think he's going to be quicker than the runners around him at the moment. And Nosey is going out the pits behind Liam. Yeah, I think that Liam and the drivers near the back will probably need a safety car to keep themselves into contention. Well, no safety cars just yet, But yes, I do agree with you, Serious Mushroom. Mr. Rage is doing a superlative job there. 2 seconds behind Router. But on the hard tires, Fanjo also on the hard tires as well, as I should have mentioned that earlier on in this one. So Immortal could potentially be going for a undercut here. I think he's too far back to think about undercutting the top 4, but he's certainly going to be trying to undercut Router. But Router is pace was in a different time zone, wasn't it? Into the pits comes Fanjo, and I think that is well, that is a bit early, I think, for Fanjo to get the most out of the medium run, out of the medium compound tires. But he's going to give it a go nonetheless. He's going to give it a go into the so Fanjo just dropping down the order. He's on the medium tires now. They should get to the end from there. Well, I think it's yeah, he should get into the end from there, no problem at all. Boxed out currently then 1.4 in front of Percy, with Troy in third position. Brown's in fourth position, and then Percy, as it stands, then will still keep the lead of the championship. So that is all that's the most important thing in this race at the moment. Tarat is in 13th, just keeping an eye on what KD is doing. KD just in front of us in his home Grand Prix, down in 12th position. KD is there. He was looking strong, wasn't he? Until he had a spin, didn't he? Just under the high rise then, or is it the overpass? I'm not too sure. And England have beat Senegal as well. Then is now so good stuff indeed. I don't know who they're beating and who they're going to be looking at in the quarterfinals. Just watching Troy here, but Percy is very much harvesting. He's going on the outside here. I'm wondering if he should have gone for the inside there. Troy did, so he decided not to. They are very much in, and yes, Percy is coming into the pits. I was going to say they're very much in undercut territory now for Boxstars. Boxstar made a mistake then, and I think hard drivers know it could rain as yellow flag, and unfortunately the curse of the commentator for Tarai, who was doing a good job up until that point. He's got still all his pieces on the car, however, unbeknownst to us, so there might be something else that is amiss. Percy coming out of the pits now, so Percy going for the undercut. Then Serious Mushroom is keeping an eye on the sky, whilst we're keeping an eye on the track and see where Lucas comes out, and he comes out just around his teammate there. That's not going to be ideal there, but Gamer does get out of the way quite nicely. But I'm sure that's going to cost him a couple of tenths, maybe half a second to a second here for the Aston Martin team then. But Gamer is on a very strong drive, going back on board with Brothers at the moment. They now know that Percy's coming to pits, and how strong is the undercut around here is going to be the question that I'm thinking about. Well, Boxtow is certainly put on a spurt on this lap. He has found 4 tenths of a second on this lap alone. Then into the pits comes Tarat, down in 16th position there, as he has taken a trip. As he took a trip last time around, that Brothers also trying to push on as well. So Percy now is going to be trying to cut this gap down as quick as possible. The hard tires there, you probably need a bit of warming up on these on the hard tires. We've got a great old battle between Kuno and Tarat coming out of the pit lane. I think that Kuno has won that one for now, but Tarat is on the hard tires till the end of the race. That is, yeah, he could be on course then, Tarat. Then if there's any shenanigans that goes on, box out in the pits. Troy, all of them are in the pits now. And look at this. That is where the speed limiter comes up. Then it's very early. Then is it? I thought the speed limit line was there until I raced on career the other day. Box out. There he is. The Papaya McLaren mechanics and Ferrari mechanics also gets to work on Bradder's car as well, changing the tires. At the Aston Martin team are just coming out of turn 19 now. Then and look at this. I think that it's going to be close. And there the two Aston Martins. And here's Percy. Percy as he taking the lead. Then look at this. There's Box now. It's not enough, but he's going to fire out those tires there. And look at the Aston Martin. I think he's past the Ferrari, or is he? He is not. But Gamer's on the outside here, and this is not going to help at all, is it, Bradders? And Gamer though is only racing for the Aston Martin team. He's not going to be too concerned about what Bradders is thinking about here. What about Percy? Has he got it? He's going to be fighting for the Grand Prix lead here. He'll have DRS, and he's over the curve. And Percy is going for the lead here in the Miami Grand Prix. He was trying the undercut. It didn't quite work out, but he does have DRS. He knows the grip, doesn't he? He's had one lap more on those tires, and he's going for the outside. He switches around. He goes this way, and now over Boxtown will not be deterred. He's on the outside, but Boxtown keeps the lead, and this is important because I think with Percy needs to get past on this lap, because then Boxtown will find his feet on these tires. When he finds his feet on these tires, then I think that Boxtown then he will be very much back in his happy place, won't he? DRS is going to be happening again then, so Boxtown will be once again then thinking about defending. And look at this, and he's harvesting Boxtown is, and Percy is going for Bradders. Has lost out now to the Aston Martin on the inside. Percy takes the lead, but Boxtown on the outside. He's going to force him on. He's going to be in the barrier. Goodness me, that was very much all the circuit. And Troy has lost out as well. And I'm wondering if we got a Verstappen Hamilton-esque battle between Percy and Boxtown. Boxtown's not going to be too happy with that, is he? Into the pits comes Rooter and Mr. Rage as well. Mr. Rage and Rooter both onto the medium tires. They're going to be quick at this one there. But Boxtown, I think, that was a very brutal maneuver there from Percy, potentially. Goodness me. And he now leads the Grand Prix, Percy does. But I feel that Boxtown, he does have the pace in, as he's led the race the majority of the way here. But Percy is having none of it, is he? And he leads the Miami Grand Prix with Troy in second and Boxtown in third position. And let's see how this one goes there. And we got Brothers also on the back of Boxtown as well. But Boxtown, of course, that was an important part of the lap, wasn't it? And I feel that Boxtown, if the job wasn't, that's why Percy was probably brutal, because he knew that if we couldn't get the job done, then of course, Boxtown, as out of the race goes Kuno. And I think that's another pit and quit there. That is, unfortunately. We got a lot of them tonight, haven't we? I think that's the third or fourth one now. Sorry, that's the third one, I should say. Then shocking. On board with the Ferrari here at Brothers, and we've just got Boxtown all over the back of Troy going down the back straight. He needs to overtake Boxtown, as I said. On board now, then I thought I seen a bit of rain there on the skies. That is, as Serious Mushroom said, it is looking very dark out there indeed, but the top four have had an absolutely battle royale in this one. But Percy now leads with 18 laps to go. Mr. Rage has got past Kaidao. Fanjo has got past Immortal as well then. Ayrton is here after England got the W. Percy likes it rough. Serious Mushroom is saying, and Kudo is at the session. Into the pits comes Gamer. He is the last of the runners, and Kaidao is actually the last of the runners on the medium tires to come into the pits. And what tire is going to go on? His soft tire is going to do 10 laps around here. I think that is pushing it. Gamer's not doing that though. He's going on to the hard tires, and yes, hard tires for Kaidal as well. But yeah, I think that the hards are a bit too durable here, and the softs are not durable enough potentially to open the strategy calls here. And now they're all starting to home in on Percy as well. Gamer coming out in a very solid 10th position there. Mumford, who hasn't pitted for a second time, but he is on the hard tires. Mumford is thinking he might be going to the race here. Back on board with Boxtown here in the McLaren Mercedes and having a look, but he's too far back at the moment. And now if we can all take a deep breath then, because this is 10 laps to go in this Grand Prix, and I am absolutely knackered here in this one there, but I'm not going to be as knackered as these drivers sure of it. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 cars are in the same shot, all under a second for each other, all slipstreaming, and all going for the win here in the Miami Grand Prix. And here comes Troy. Troy is coming now then, and look at this, and he's going to be under the DRS. He's got DRS, and Percy's going to have to defend. He's gone for the inside. Troy's on the outside, jumped down. He takes the lead of the Miami Grand Prix, and he is through. And remember, Troy there lost the lead, didn't he, in Imola just over a week ago, didn't he? This could be redemption for Troy just after a week. Incredible stuff indeed here. And now we got to Boxtown. Rooter set the fast out race. He's only 3.5. He's only 3.7 seconds back. My goodness me, that man in the Alpine machine has been driving absolutely splendidly. Well, I'd say this is one of the best drives I've ever seen ALR for Rooter. He's magnificent. He's a machine. I've got a mute. Oh my God, some you. Troy, 6/10 of a second. Percy and Boxtown. Goodness me, we're going to have round two. Bring it on, I say. Bring it on. Albeit these two do feel like that these two are very can be very robust with each other, to say at least. Back on board with Boxtown, and Boxtown, a Grand Prix winner this season. He's had one race, he's had 3 pole positions. The McLaren driver has. KD has got himself up in the 14th position, and I think that Troy is going to be feeling a bit concerned down the back straight now, because there they are then. Lovely shot here from Boxtown as we go under the crossovers. Oh, I love this shot. Look at this. Look at Boxtown, the pole sitter, a former Grand Prix winner as well, and very much focused, isn't he? As Percy, who is he was leading, wasn't there? But him and Percy, and Percy hasn't got his DRS working. Is there a problem then for Percy's DRS? I believe may not need it. Is he? Well, he should have needed it, shouldn't he? There's something wrong with the Percy's DRS. Is there a failure on the Aston Martin? There is a problem. He didn't use DRS down the back straight end, so there's a problem for Percy. So he used it now. So something was wrong for the Aston Martin. Look at Rooter, 2.7 seconds, taking a second out on that last lap now. Thank you, Mushroom, as I think he's just blessed me. Immortal in the pits, so something's gone wrong for Mortal's car, and he is only 7 laps on the hard tires. I'm wondering then if there's a problem for the Mercedes team, isn't there, unfortunately? And yes, he's now onto the medium tires in the race, and so what a shame then. We're going to have a 5-car shootout with just 8 laps to go here in Miami. Fantastic stuff indeed. Your driver of the day then. I don't think we've got a vote here tonight then, because Knowles usually... no, wait, Farf is the master of ceremonies tonight, isn't he there? So, of course, keep your ideas coming in then for driver of the day. Then I think it's going between Troy, Percy, Boxtel, Bradders, Wooter. Then I think we only have 4 drivers, can't we? So goodness me, Farf has got a big old job on his hand tonight. Then almost as big as what Percy, Boxtel, Bradders, and maybe Wooter, maybe. And I've forgotten about Mr. Rage. How can I forget Mr. Rage? It's an incredible performance tonight. Same with Mumford, same with Gamer. Fantastic stuff from all those drivers there. And the top 4 once again, and on this back straight, is the DRS going to work this time? Yellow flag, one of the Haas cars off. Liam has had issues there on, I think, as he stretched those medium tires too far on 16 laps. And here comes Percy up the inside track position. Troy's going on the outside. Troy breaks later, and he's forced to wide there. And that's a Ferrari off of Bradders are almost loose, and the McLaren is through. And no, he's not though, because Troy is defending that. The Aston Martin has taken the lead now, and Troy's going to defend that, but the McLaren's going to have a look there, but Troy somehow keeps it in there. Magnificent, and the gap is down to another second as well. No, I think Bradders had a swapperoo, and he's lost out to the DRS, hasn't he, here? And that could be costly, because look, there's Rooter in the background. He's almost got it under DRS now, hasn't he? Absolutely incredible stuff indeed. That I can't do it. Commentators pick tonight soon. Far from saying, goodness gracious me. Well, at the moment, my pick is definitely Wooter. He's been magnificent. It's very close to Mr. Rage from 20th on the grid to 6th. Magnificent stuff indeed. We've also got Bogstow, Troy, and Percy. Just absolutely magnificent drives, haven't they, for all 3 of these members, and Bradders as well. Look at this. And Troy, having a look at, he's too far back. No, I say too far. He's only 2/10 of a second back, but it's 2/10 too many here. 7 laps to go then. It's the final countdown as I hear Europe now ringing in my head. Ringing in my ears. My word. Percy, Troy, Boxtow. Oh, goodness me, for the blink of an eye. And Bradders is back on this as well. We've got a bit of a choo-choo train now forming. And look! Wooter's on the back as well now. Oh, good heavens, sir. This is going to be magnificent stuff. And look at Mr. Rage. He's 5 seconds back as well. Oh, wow. Look at this. 5 cars in the same shot. All 5 can get the Grand Prix win here tonight, but only 1 can there. Boxtown just too far back at the moment. Wow, this is magnificent stuff indeed. Percy, Troy, Boxtown, Bradders, Wooter. My word. Oh, this is going to be cracking. Is anyone going to go for broke? This is only round 5 of the World Championship, but this could be crucial. Look at Boxer having a look there, but Troy closes the door into turn 1. Fanjo in the pits as well, really struggles, so we've got some late pit stoppers here, and that's going to allow Gamer up into 7th position there. Gamer's going to be grinning from ear to ear. Mumford's done 20 laps on those hard tyres. Absolutely great innings there from Mumford, really good stuff indeed. Look at Boxtow, he is Troy, and seemed, of course, last stint as well. He just dropped off ever so slightly, didn't he? I wonder if he's having some graining issues at this stage of the proceedings, but Boxtow's not going to be concerned about that. He's more concerned about himself and going for the Grand Prix win here. He's already got a Grand Prix race win already. So has Rooter, so has Danger Times, and I don't think Percy's got a race win yet. This will be his first Grand Prix win of the season. Rooter, who's on medium tyres. I'm wondering how much do these drivers know that Rooter, well, they probably know now, but I'm wondering if they've underestimated how quick Rooter has been on those medium tyres here, because look, there he is then, and my goodness me, he's going to be a thorn in the side. Serious Mushroom, he's a man on the mission here. He is indeed then, and now Rooter is going to come, he's going for Bradders here. Bradders has done a great job there. He's just been there or thereabouts, and I think they're a bit too far back, haven't they? A lock up there, lock up there. He doesn't want a flat spot, does he? 24 out of 29 here. My word, absolutely incredible stuff indeed. Then and now then Troy, is he going to have a look? He's going to have a look then, but I think he's too far back. He needs to be much closer into turn 1. Wooter still hasn't got past Bradders yet. I'm surprised, but I thought we would have got past him on the back straight. Mr. Rage, and I thought that Boxer was going up the inside, so Troy's had a bit of a if he starts a lap here, and he's lost a couple of tenths there to the his two rivals at the moment. Of course, Troy would be leading the championship if he didn't make that mistake at Imola, and he was going wide into the curb there, wasn't he? I thought he was going to be drifting out with understeer, but he's definitely not done that. He's kept it in there. Mumford into the pits as well. Soft cars, I think it's going to go on Mumford's car like Liam Yeh. Liam Yeh is going for fastest up here. It's another bad day from Liam Yeh in the office, unfortunately. He was doing so well in the first opening stage of the championship, but it hasn't gone too well at all. Wouter is struggling to get past here, unless he's just buying this time potentially. He has been harvesting quite a bit. Oh, Troy's off! Was there contact there? Troy is off. Did someone make contact with him? I'm not too sure, but he's dropped down into 5th position. He's out in front of Mr. Rage then, but Troy has had an issue. I'm not sure if he came to blows then. Oh my goodness me, with Boxdale, if it was a mistake. Boxdale has now got no DRS here though from Percy, and that could save him the race here, you know. Bradders having a look then in 3rd position there. We've got Wouter in 4th position as well at the moment. What happened to Troy? We need to. We'll have to find out after the race then. But Troy, unfortunately, that's not good at all, is it? And look at this. Now can Boxdale. He does have the pace, doesn't he? He has been quick in this car tonight, but he's only got 4 laps though, hasn't he? And but Percy is not going to try. He's going to try his best not to let this gap slip away then, because he has now got a bit of breathing room now then, which means he hasn't got any DRS then to defend himself from. Whilst Boxdale has got to defend now from Wouter and from Bradders here. And Wouter, look at that. Then he's I can't believe he's having the 4th position. He's had a magnificent drive, hasn't he, Wouter? I think that he may be my driver today, far fair. I'm thinking about that. Here comes Wouter, then he is quite close then to the back of that Ferrari. Is he going to have a look then? He's not close enough though, is he? He's running out of birds here, and I think that he's having a go. He's on the inside. Oh my goodness me! And the Ferrari Bradders is not going to wave him through, is he? Goodly gosh there. Mr. Rage has got past Troy, and Mr. Rage also on the medium tire as well. Troy's dropped down to 6th there. What a shame that for Troy. We didn't, well, it was on the stream there. Might have to have a look at that back again then, but goodness me, as you can see, Troy has got, Wouter's got absolutely no DRS, got no errors there, as Liam Yeh set the fast on the race. Immortal's got past, and we've also got Gamer and Fanjo fighting as well, and here they are, and look at this, and we've got Fanjo on the medium tires, and Troy and Gamer still through, and Fanjo's had to back off there. I think he knew that was going to be a incident now. Wouter then is still not close enough. I say he's not close enough, he's 2 times a second now. Wouter does is last of the late break, isn't he? He's just too far back along there. He's trying to harvest as much as he can. Boxdale's back in DRS now of Percy and Boxdale. This is going to be interesting now. Can Boxdale get the job done then with just handful of laps to go? Percy's not won a Grand Prix yet, as he? Boxdale has won a Grand Prix. We've got 4 different Grand Prix winners in the first 4 races. We're going to have 5 different Grand Prix winners in the first 5 races. Fanjo is into the pits. I'm wondering if there's an issue between himself and Gamer, but he's out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately. Oh my goodness me, and Boxdale has got the set. Bradders has actually got the best in terms of the ERS deployment here, and unfortunately we've had 4 pitters and quitters tonight in out of the 5s, unfortunately. Looked like Fanjo at the wall, Serious must have said that. So Fanjo out the race left the session, unfortunately, and no points for himself or the Williams team now. So a nightmare event once again for the Williams then. And look at this, and they're very much merging on each other once again. Mr. Rage up into a superb 5th position. Wouter and Mr. Rage, I think, have to be a close 4. Have to be close then for driver of the day on board with Wouter. And look at this then, he's really maxing out then. He's got no ERS deployment left. Look at that then. But he's going to have a look, is he? He's having a look. But no, he doesn't. He's going too far. Oh, and Bradders are locking up. And what if the medium tires are starting to struggle as well, you know, here? And look at the gap at the front. It's down to 3/10 a second there. 3 laps to go then. Percy could make it 5 Grand Prix winners in the first 5 races here this season. Oh my goodness gracious me. Bradders there is doing very good for the deployment. Boxdale has got a lot of harvesting done in the first time. He's having a look. Goodness gracious me. And now they come. Oh my goodness me. The top 4 have been magnificent tonight. And Troy would have been in this battle as well. We're not sure what happened with Troy there. We'll have a look at the end of this. Oh, and a box tower very much the wheel spun there off the curve, didn't he? And that would have lost him a bunch of momentum. Here comes Rooter. Rooter there using all of look at that, and he's out of deployment again now. And that is that's a lot of power that he's losing here. But Rooter's having a look. He's on the inside. Oh my goodness me! And again, Brothers is the coolest cat in all of the USA tonight. Magnificent, I must say. How the Brothers just Brothers was so cool there, wasn't he? I'm not sure if he was cool or not, but how he judged that to perfection. Percy and Boxall doing a great job, by the way, of their deployment. Both of them have harvested quite nice indeed. But here comes Boxall. He's going for the lead. He's going for the lead and down the back straight. And he's going to repeat what Percy did. He gave him a bit more room, and he has taken the lead with just 2 laps to go. The United States Grand Prix, and now Percy's trying to come back out, but Percy needs to figure out the championship as well. He leads the championship, and he's going this way and that way, but Boxall will not concede, and Boxall now leads the race with 2 laps to go. Into the pits comes Troy. He does have just about a pit stop. Just about now has a pit stop window between himself and Gamer. He's on the soft tires and probably going for fastest lap here. But look at this now. Then we got 2 more laps to go at the United States Grand Prix. Wow, magnificent stuff. And Rooter is past Brothers here. And Rooter, I looked down for just 1 minute second, and the job has been done. But look at how much urge he's going to deploy here, and he's going for it. He's going for it. He's on the outside here. He takes firm position, does he now? And then wheel to wheel, then wheel to wheel. And to the big breaking point. Is there going to be contact? Oh my goodness gracious me there. And Brothers is back through. Brothers is back through. Magnificent stuff indeed. A 3-second penalty for Troy. Almost contact. There was contact. And Brothers there getting his elbows out into the very tight and twisty part of the circuit. Percy is all over the back of Boxtown. Not 20 out of 29 here. Magnificent stuff indeed. And now we got DRS once again then. DRS once again, but Boxtown has launched off of that, has launched, hasn't he, beautifully, and up to 7th position goes Immortal, but Boxtown has launched magnificently, and look at that, how much time he gained, and he was almost getting about 3/10 of a second, which is crucial. Lap 29 of 29 here. Rooter has just dropped back ever so slightly, but I think he will be my driver of the day, he's definitely, Rooter is my driver of the day. Oh my goodness me, and he locked up there, and he's got very wide there. Rooter is too far back, and Brothers there, who's, oh goodness me, Brothers all over the place there, and he's going to, oh my goodness me, and now he's having issues. Brothers is there, and he's dropped down to 4th position, and that has allowed Rooter up in the 3rd. Then Rooter is driver of the day. Brothers got a 3-second penalty, but Mr. Rage is definitely a close second. What an incredible battle this was there. Has Percy got anything left then? I don't think he has, you know, because Boxtown is on course for his 2nd Grand Prix win of his season here in the McLaren, and what an incredible Grand Prix it has been as well. Oh my goodness me, that has been an absolutely cracking Grand Prix, but it's not over yet, that is it. Brothers unfortunately got 3-second penalty. He is clear of Mr. Rayson, so he does get another one here, but what an incredible magnificent battle this has been, and but it's not over yet though, because look, Percy is using all he's got. He's not going to need any at the end of this lap, is he? So he's very much emptying the battery here, isn't he? But once again there, Boxtown is also emptying the battery as well, and I think this straight, believe it or not, it's not going to be long enough. Is Percy going to have a look? Then Percy will have a win. He's going for it. He's on the inside there, locking up there, and he's taken the lead, and that's a bit of a good old lunge there, and I don't think Boxtown's going to be too impressed with that at all, and Percy has won the Miami Grand Prix with 2nd. Boxtown, 3rd is Rooter. Oh my goodness me, that was a lunge and a half there from Percy, wasn't it, to win the United States Grand Prix, and it is 5 different Grand Prix winners in the first 5 races there. Boxtown 2nd, driver of the day for Rooter in 3rd position, Brothers great in 4th, 5th position Mr. Rage, 6th position was Troy, who was going for that fastest lap there, 7th position. What an incredible end that was to the race. Look at this, Alhan fighting his way up into 10th position there, but Alhan's not going to be too concerned because he's got no penalties. Kaidal does have penalties, but he'd like to win this one on track, and he does win it on track there. As Mumford got anything left here, and I think Mumford on the soft tires. Great drive from Mumford there, but he's not going to be rewarded with any points, sadly, for Mumford in that 11th position there. Fangio, what a move. What a finish Sirius Rush was saying as well. And he said the goal was boring. My goodness me. That's 5 different Grand Prix winners in the first 5 races now. Wouter draw the day. And well, yeah, him and Mr. Race today was absolutely fantastic. They put on a clinic in Grand Prix racing. Magnificent stuff indeed from both drivers. They was absolutely fantastic. They really was. Oh my goodness me. But yes, Percy, his first Grand Prix in the season, and he extends it in the World Championship as well. Boxtel second, third position was Wouter. I can't believe that. 15th on the grid to a superb third position there. Magnificent stuff there. Explosive evidence, great, been great to watch there. Sorry for no comments. I've been watching from work. Don't worry about that, my good sir. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. I have absolutely, I've been absolutely enthralled with that race. Is that the best race of the season so far? Well, I'll let you guys be the judge of that one. It was certainly action-packed to say the least, wasn't it? Let's take a final look at the classification from a very unique start to an incredible end here in here tonight in Miami. Lucas Percy's first race of the first race win of the season. 5 different winners in the first 5 races. Boxtel finished second. Great drive from Boxtel. An absolutely superlative driver from Wouter in third position. Bradders in fourth. Great drive from Bradders there. Made a mistake right at the end then. Otherwise there he could have been on the podium. Mr. Rage from 20th on the grid to 5th. Magnificent. Troy, we think, I'm not sure if he made a mistake or if there was another issue or not, but he was in at 6th position today. Immortal 7th. Gamer in 8th position, Alhan in 9th, and Kai Dallin 10th position. Good stuff indeed there. KD disappointed on his home race in 12th position. Mumford in 13th, Nosey 14th, Liamia in a 14th, fastest up as well. Tarat in 15th, good hustle from Tarat there. Retirements, Pancho, Kuno, Pease, Lost Souls, and Sam all retired from the Miami Grand Prix. And Percy, wow, your first Grand Prix win of the season, and you're the 5th Grand Prix winner in the first 5 races. This championship is becoming very much mega. But talking about tonight, wow, that was an incredible race. Talk about that move at the end.
Yeah, to be honest, it was just one of those I can't speak. I'm over the moon, man. It was just one of those last-minute things. You think, I'm not going to be able to do anything else. Might as well go for a move. I'm surprised Geordie didn't get the switchback. I mean, this guy is just unbelievably quick. I think moves like that you have to do against these types of people, otherwise you've got no chance of overtaking. But yeah, it was just one of those things. I thought, why not go for it?
I thought you was way too far back, to be honest. I couldn't believe it because you was about 0.3 of a second when you got the DRS, as well. But he was. You guys, there was like 4 or 5 of you just sat like next to each other throughout the race then as well. How difficult was it to judge then, and how difficult was it to decide on when to come into the pits?
Yeah, it was extremely difficult. I was saying to Brooksy and to Sam Green in the party, I was saying, I'll do a box this lap. If Geordie doesn't box, I'm going to box. And every time he stayed out, I stayed out. And then as soon as my tyres got to about 70%, I thought, I'm going to have to box now. Obviously, everyone else stayed out, and I got a little undercut. But at the end, it didn't really matter because we were all in, a train of a second.
Yeah, and did you know about Wouter coming at you as well? Because he was on the medium tyres. Was you concerned by that, or did you know about Wouter?
At first, I thought he was on the 2-stop medium soft strategy, so I wasn't that concerned about him. But then, as soon as Sam said he started on the soft, I thought, "Oh Christ, we're going to have to put up some defending because he's going to be flying on them mediums."
He certainly was indeed then, and then in the end it was after what did you know what happened to Troy as well, because he spun, didn't he, after the end of that back straight, because he was also involved as well. You guys were absolutely fighting hammer and tongs. So what happened to Troy? Did he just spin in front of you?
I'm not too sure. From what I heard from Sam in my ear, it was a bit of a collision between him and Geordie, but I can't speak until I've seen the actual collision. But that's all I heard.
And there's me, I got the wrong way around completely. And of course, I was saying then in the commentary box that you was going to be thinking about the World Championship and potentially just settle for second position, but that is absolutely not on your mind at all, is it? Is it too early to think about the title?
I think it is, especially when there's so many people challenging. I mean, we've got Wouter, Geordie, Troye, Gernman, who obviously couldn't make it tonight, Milan, Danger Times. It's just all these names. I can pick another 5 or 6 drivers. It's just crazy.
And of course, you'll and going back to Europe in a week's time in Spain. Then, is it ever easy to feel comfortable in this in the championship?
No, not in the slightest. I mean, when you've got so many people challenging for it, one guy could win who's, let's say, fifth, and I could finish sixth, and I could be down to P4 in the championship, and the guy who's sixth could be up to P1 because he's won. It's that close.
Absolutely magnificent. Well done today, Percy. You're the fifth Grand Prix winner of the season. So 5 different Grand Prix winners in the first 5 races. I think Boxtel's in the party this time. I'm not going to cut him off like I rudely did a couple of weeks ago. Geordie, what a shame for you because. You was leading that race. You had pole position. You absolutely smashed that qualifying. You've been magnificent in quali this season. But the race itself, just one more corner to go. Unfortunately, Percy overtook you.
Yeah, yeah, I completely disagree with his overtake, to be honest, because there was just it's a really late move and he just went into the inside and it just had no room left. There was not even a possibility to go for the switchback. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, but yeah, we just try to win the next race.
But up until that point, now you had an absolutely incredible battle royale between yourself, Lucas Percy. We had Troy in there as well. We had Bradders just sitting back, just waiting to see if anyone would make a mistake there. How difficult was it for you? And of course, how difficult was it for you knowing about having three different drivers fighting for the win today? How difficult was it to know what to do?
Well, yeah, it's pretty difficult. You need to be smart on your ERS and smart when you want to overtake the other guy. And yeah, it's just be patient and just make the right move at the right moment. And yeah, that's basically it.
And of course, we also had there was another move as well at the turn 17 hairpin as well. I think it was the lap you came out of the pits where you and Percy was very close to the wall there. Did you think he gave you enough room?
No, it's pretty basically the same move he did on the final lap. But yeah, it's just there was no possibility to go for the switchback because he made a really late move. But yeah, and you just need to look at it once again. But yeah, can't do anything about it now.
And going on to Barcelona then in a week's time. Of course, you're starting to really make a name for yourself in this season's title race as well. Of course, you've had a win along with 4 other drivers this season. This championship's wide open though. This is the longest race in the history of 24 races. The championship's wide open though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there are a lot of fast drivers like Percy, Troy, but also Danger Times is really fast. He will be just fighting for the wins also. So it's going to be pretty exciting for the next coming races, definitely.
Congratulations on your podium today. Well done indeed today, Boxer. Fantastic job today.
Thank you.
And I think that is that the only is making sure that I don't cut anyone off this week after my shocking performance.
No, I'm the only one I left.
Brilliant stuff indeed. And that is going to be it then for gold tonight. You've got Alex in the commentary box tomorrow for silver. So you've got much more decorum, haven't you? So that's all great stuff. Of course, we are back in Miami again. Then, of course, you can already hear the Will Smith vibes on Monday night. Tomorrow, and then, of course, on Tuesday night, it is going to be bronze as well. Looking forward to that one. It is going to be all good, isn't it? It's all action here. And we'll see you tomorrow night then for more action from Miami.